right now. Hello and welcome back. It's us again. That's fun. Um, we join our heroes back mid dungeon crawl in the hideout of the goblins. Before we kickstart the adventure, Nico, if you could give us a little bit of a rundown of what happened last session.
Sure thing. Would you like me to start from the very beginning?
Yeah, like just the cliff notes of what happened at the start, and down from there.
Sure thing. So all of us adventurers, we met up in the Devil Head Inn Tavern, and we were all connected to Gundred Rockseeker, a dwarf who gave us the job to seek out an ancient forge in a mine, and he gave us the job to try to find it so that he could craft us magical items as a reward. He gave us a letter to go to Urim Opelheim, and when we went there, she gave us a special box. We did not open the box, however, and we traveled to I forget where, but we were traveling, and on our travels, we were ambushed by goblins. As we were attacked, we found out that Gundred, the dwarf who hired us, was actually kidnapped. So we had the goblins show us their hideout, and they took us there so that we could rescue him. Upon entering the cave, we also managed to find Sildar, Gundred's bodyguard, and we fought some more goblins. And now we're at the point where we just defeated a group of goblins inside the cave. We rescued Sildar, and we have one on the ropes.
That is it. Thank you very much. Take an inspiration. That is a free advantage roll whenever you want it, as long as it's not on damage.
Awesome.
So just note that down. And that's where we rejoin our adventurers. So we are in what essentially was the goblins' like barracks. You made short work of most of the goblins there. You have Ymik, which was what looks like their boss or their leader, cowering in the corner, completely disarmed. Sildar, although he did fall unconscious briefly, has been healed up and is now resting on the side point there. Nico, I think you were the closest to Ymik, towering over him. He pretty much is completely defenseless at this point, and is looking up at you with fear in his eyes. And that's where we'll start. What are we going to do from there?
All right. I look at Ymik angrily, and then I turn to Sildar. Come on, Sildar, let's just kill this asshole and get on our way. We don't need information from him.
Cecil will very quickly then be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Everybody, I think we're forgetting that we need information. Sildar, you said you don't know where this castle base is that we are trying to get to after this. But this lovely gentleman here does. Are we sure killing him is the right option?
Sildar like looks up at you and slowly gets to his feet. You can see his wounds have healed slightly up, but he's still definitely wounded and sick. And he's like, "Yeah, they took Gundren. They have him somewhere else. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know this area very well. If he can tell us anything, I think it would be good for us."
You heard the man.
Nico, Nico closes his eyes angrily. Fine, we'll do it your way. And then he walks away from the goblin and turns towards Sildar. Hey, old man, you all right?
I've been better, to be honest. You arrived just in time, and I thank you for that. How did you even find me? I was for sure a goner.
Oh, easy. We heard you screaming like a little girl.
I will pretend I didn't hear that, but I think it would be pretty accurate. They were definitely, uh, more than I could handle. I'm, so thankful that you came this way. Uh, what brought you here? Were you working for Gundren as well?
Yeah, we were. Glad to see you're okay, by the way. And then Nico's expression softens, and he pulls out the mysterious box. You have any idea what this is?
He takes it, has a little look around, listens, hears something moving in there. No, I'm not sure. I think it might have something to do with the treasure that Gundren and his brothers were looking for, though. He did say that he had recently found the key, and then he asked me to escort him to Phandelver. I have some business there as well, but he said that he needed to get there as quickly as possible. And before we knew it, on the road, we were ambushed by some goblins. He got dragged off somewhere else. They mentioned a castle, and they brought me here. I was, knocked unconscious for a lot of it, though, so I wouldn't know what direction they took him or anything like that.
Quick
Nico.
question.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah. Quick question. The big goblin man, his name was Yemek, right? If I remember correctly?
The goblin, yeah, you were told by Bumpkin that there's two people. There's Clark, who runs everything,
Okay.
and then there's Yimik, who's sort of like he keeps the goblins in
is this
tow.
Emic?
And this
That
is
one is
Yemek,
Yimik,
right?
yeah. He's like the middle management of this, basically. So you can
And
tell that like he was in charge of those
how,
goblins.
yeah, how amicable is he feeling towards us right now? Like, is he pretty terrified of us? Is he neutral? Does he look angry?
He looks scared, but prideful. He's still got resistance in him. If you want to speak to him, I would ask for some form of role, dependent on how you would want to
Yeah.
speak to him.
I'll let Nico kind of continue talking to Sildar for a little bit, but I'm gonna like try and do my best to block any view that Yemek would have of that box specifically, like by like being a meat shield.
Okay, cool.
Nico just looks at the looks at the box and then back at Sildar. You guys don't know what's going on. What the hell's going on here?
I I can tell you as much as I know, but not here. I'm pretty beat up, and there are more goblins that will be coming. We need to get out of here. Um, I have some unfinished business with the boss of this place, and I think we should finish. We should make sure that when anyone does come back, like we leave a mark, but we should be getting out soon because there are more than the people we see here.
Yes, that is what I was thinking as well, how long it would take until somebody notices that this area was quiet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Yemek. Sir, I do have a question for you. What exactly
Fucking
is
aren't
your...
getting an answer.
Listen, pal. I can either be nice to you, or I can make you be nice to me. Which one would you prefer?
Considering he's on his own with a ton of people, roll intimidation for me with
Oh,
advantage.
okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we're happy with a
Okay.
19. That's a lucky one.
I'm
Okay.
okay with that one.
You see him break. You see him like take a look at you, take a look at like everyone around, and sort of deflate and slump and say, "Look, I don't know that much, but what do you want to know?"
Well, for starters, I would like to know how soon we can expect those goblins to come through this cavern. And I would also really like to know about that castle.
I don't know anything about the castle. I run the show here. I keep the floors clean. I keep the guys fed. I organize and send out the scouts, but I don't know. Only Clark really knows where the castle is.
So
We
what do you
send
know about
supplies there.
Clog?
He is not to be messed with. He's a dickhead, though. Like, I really can't stand the guy, but he's the strongest there is. I really haven't met anyone stronger. I try to avoid there because he really doesn't treat goblins very well. I to answer your question about people coming back, I don't know. I sent off 4 parties of about 6, 7 goblins. They're waiting in ambush spots. They're foraging food. You know, they might come back now. They might come back in an hour. They might come back later today. Everyone will be here at night though, because that's when we'll eat and everything like that. But I swear that's all I know.
And you said he doesn't treat the goblins particularly well. Does he treat you well at all?
No, I would gladly see him gone. To be honest, he has a giant wolf with him that is particularly fond of goblin flesh. So we try
I
to
see.
avoid his area as much as we possibly can. But he gets his orders from King Groll. He's our leader. He's the one that runs the castle, and so he says, "Listen to Clark." I have to listen to Clark.
Oh,
I
so he's got a
see
giant
then.
wolf, huh? Sounds like we have the perfect bait right here then.
He
I
like
do.
looks up at you with abject fear. Like you can tell that he's seen some shit happen with like Clark and his wolf, and that like he does not want to go there, and he would like that would yeah that is a
Cecil starts rubbing his forehead and he's like, "We don't really need bait. We know where he is." I was actually more so thinking perhaps an alliance of sorts. Now, I don't particularly intend with fighting with you or alongside you at all. I have no trust in you whatsoever. However, what I do want to know is that you aren't going to tell anybody who comes through this cavern that we were here. You're not going to tell how you got up there, where he's chained. And you're not going to tell them how Sildar escaped.
Might I pose
All
an
that.
alternative?
Hmm.
You said that none of you really like this clog, right?
true.
So, how about you gather all the people that'll listen, that work under you, and with and provide us some way of making a direct passage to him, so we kill him.
I just look at the both of them with big eyes full of like speechlessness. What the hell is wrong with you guys? We just killed like 10 of his men. You think he's gonna trust us? You think we're gonna trust him?
Look,
I didn't say we were
And
trusting him.
he looks at Nico and is like, "Look, I promise, I won't do anything. I can help. I can. Um there are goblins guarding the entrance to Clog's cave. They have a warning bell and they have a trap as well that would cause big problems. If you let me go, I can tell them to leave with me. I can get you that walk straight to him, I promise, and then I'll be gone. I'll run. I'll and I would not have seen anything. You can trust me, honestly."
I want to real quick insight check him to make sure that he is in fact going to do that if we say yes.
Okay, roll insight.
Can Ransom perform a vibe check?
Yeah, you can perform a vibe check as well. You can roll insight as well.
My vibe check wasn't great.
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy.
It
Okay.
makes sense that
Ransom knows
Ransom
how to read
is.
vibes.
Ransom knows-
Ransom knows vibes.
The
Yeah.
ransom knows liars.
Yeah.
Oh,
And cowards as well. And I think this is something that you can see. You can see, Ransom, that Yimik is like broken. He's terrified, and he like cares about himself more than he cares about anything else. While while you think that he would definitely play along, he'll get rid of those goblins because he knows that like he can't run faster than you. You will kill him. Once he's gone though, he's not gonna be on your side. Like he'll run away, but he's not gonna lie for you. He would lie for himself. He'd say that, "Oh, people came in and knocked me out and I don't know what's up, but like he wouldn't do anything that would be positive for you outside of this cave, but he definitely wouldn't do anything like negative for you now. He's too scared for that.
Mm.
I do think
But
that is a
Ransom,
good idea.
Ransom's gonna look at the rest of the group and be like, "My guys, this guy doesn't seem like the most trustworthy bro out there, but like, maybe just for right now, he can help us, just a little
Such
bit."
wise words, Ransom. I agree wholeheartedly. I do think it is a good idea having him get out the rest of the muscle, I suppose, and having an easier time to just go in and deal with Clark. Does that sound
Nico
good to any of you?
looks at Sildar desperately. Sildar, come on. You taught me that if you let your enemies survive, they're just gonna come back and stab you in the back. You really okay with this? He tried to kill you.
Sildar looks at you and agrees. He's yes, it is a big risk to let him go, but we are. I mean, I am injured. We don't know how many goblins there are. We need to get rid of Clark. I say we let them go, and then, and he says this a little quieter so that Emit can't hear, and then follow his tracks. We can always hunt him down at a later date, but I don't think we should leave him for a long time. But we need him now.
Finally, Nico relents. All right. And then he turns to the rest of the group. So, what's the plan here? We're gonna let him go, or we're gonna have him guide us through this cave?
Well, we already know the way out, and Sildar needs a rest. I propose that we get him off the chains, so that way he can, in fact, go do as he plans, and then we come back later in the evening, perhaps to deal with Clark.
I so Yimik's like, I wouldn't like if you want to take Clog out, now is the best time. In the evening, this will be
Hey,
full of
you're right.
goblins.
Right.
I can get the goblins that are guarding. There's maybe what I don't know what you've done on your journey here, but there's maybe 6 or 7 in the main chamber, guarding his entrance. But Clark keeps his camp to himself. So if I can get rid of those goblins, you have a free go straight to him.
I see.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, eventually they're gonna discover the dead bodies in this room, so yeah, we have to hit them now or hit them not at all.
How bad is Sildar looking?
He is because you healed him.
Mhm.
He's like bloodied. He's ill. Like he's looking rough, but you know that he can handle himself. He also has like what looks like some kits. Like he might have some health potions or anything like that if he's in trouble. But he could handle himself right now. If he helped fight against like 6 or 7 goblins, though, there could
Mhm.
be a chance that he could get taken out. So he would probably like
Okay.
he'll help you definitely, but he's definitely not full health.
Okay. I mean, I guess then we would just let you down and have you go. How will we know when you've done your job? Should we just follow behind you?
Yeah. If you
All right.
stand by the entrance of the bridge, you can see me take away the goblins, and I promise there'll be no funny business.
Well, I mean, if there is funny business, then we do always have these mushrooms. Just so menacingly.
He looks at Ransom and Auric as well, who both have done like long ranged kills that were like pretty brutal. And like you know that he knows he can't run away from you. Like he'll get caught, and that is he's not willing to throw his life away here.
All right, I guess we should let him down then. Sildar,
he-
you want to do the honors? Maybe you can just like make sure he falls a little bit harder if that makes your little self feel better.
Sildar stands up. He butts Ymik in the head with the base of his sword, and then
Mm.
cuts him down from his chains, pushes him, and goes, "Lead on."
All right, now that's what I'm talking about.
You're
So
welcome.
Yimik is gonna make his way up to the entrance of the like that little area of the cave. If you want to follow him along that way, Sildar will go over there, and then gonna move people over to that point. So you all see, you can see Yimik go, and he goes behind the.
Did I lose my? Should I ditch the torch?
We'll say yes, but I'll leave the light on for you so you can at least like see what's happening, right?
Okay.
So yeah, you see him disappear for a second, and then you hear some grumbling, and then you spot him and 4 other goblins in tow, just leaving the place. So you see them walk past. Yimik gives you a frightened nod, and then they disappear.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the rest of our party really quick. Is there any preparations we need to do before we go in? This is going to be the last chance that we have a little bit of freedom before we go start whacking shit.
You guys want to take a quick short rest? I could get my action surge back. We can use some hit die to heal back up.
How's everybody looking, I guess?
I'm a little bit scraped up, but I could still probably push on if need be.
The only thing I
Branson's
really
doing
gained
great.
from a short rest is a spell slot. It's a spell slot right now.
And how long is a short rest normally? Isn't it like an hour?
A short rest will be an hour. I'll let you know that there's a low chance, but there is still a chance that someone could come back, and I'll do a roll for
Yeah.
that.
You guys want to risk it?
I mean, Cecil's looking fine. The only thing I would get back is a point of my druid thing, my wild shape. But if you guys want to rest up, then I'm okay with taking that chance.
Can we try resting up so we can
Okay.
also heal Sildar so that he isn't as critical?
I know that this
Yeah.
isn't like a thing for like short rest, but is there like, since I don't really have too much to gain outside of like a spell slot, could I actually just say that I just like stand watch for like the short rest to like
Yeah,
give
so
us better odds?
a short rest is it's not like you're sleeping. It's basically you just do an hour of nothing. So if you wanted to do a short rest, you would probably go back to that camp, maybe just sit down, like take a breather, have a chat, eat a sandwich or something like that. But you would still be able to be alert. So you wouldn't be surprised if someone did end up coming in.
Okay.
We do that short rest in this hall still, so that way we have a better view of people coming in and out.
If you want.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
I'd probably just short rest in the room, but yeah, I'd like to take a short rest so I can heal myself up and probably heal up Sildar too, so he doesn't, go kaput.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do a short rest then. I am going to roll a d20. If we get a 1 or a 2, there can be some goblins coming back. As a 16,
Hey.
you are
Wow.
completely fine. So you all have a short rest. Anyone that gains anything back from a short rest, you do that. You can also roll some hit dice to gain some health. And you can see Sildar gets back up, not to full health, but he's looking a lot better.
All right. I'm gonna say that for the short rest, Cecil probably pulled Ransom aside and just caught up for a little bit because they haven't talked to each other one-on-one in a few days.
Sure.
Bestie time. Gotta have
Trevor
it.
does what he always does when he is just idly standing by and just kind of cracks open his journal and just kind of scribbles along in it.
I'll pull out some jerky and I'll eat it while healing up, while I talk to Sildar as well and catch up because the backstory of him training me, and we haven't seen each other in a while.
Sure. Yeah, I think you and Sildar would discuss, what's happened in the past, since you've last seen each other, any adventures that you've done. He'll comment, he'd make a comment on your stance that he saw you fighting with and everything like that. Cecil and Ransom, did you have anything specific you were going to talk about, or just sort of catch up?
Probably just along the lines of, God, this is a really bloodthirsty group, isn't it? I'm having a really hard time here. Like, my goodness.
I know, bro. It's just, man, the vibes, so violent. Violent vibes.
Such violent vibes. Good gods, the Pale Mother would not appreciate this.
I
That's
feel
probably
you,
it.
bro.
You make those comments on the vibes. The hour passes uneventfully, and now you are ready to go ahead and face or go and explore the rest of the cave.
I say we head straight on. Let's go beat that motherfucker's ass.
Okay, so Sildar will
Maybe.
lead the way to start with, just making his way to this point. As you walk through over to like here, you can see a big open area. You can see a waterfall leading into what looks like a homemade dam. And you can see like a bell and then some sort of like equipment. This is clearly the trap that Ymik was talking about. You can see that, like, were you to be spotted, this dam could have broken and flooded the entire cave. So you're super lucky that you missed out on that. And you can see just round this corner, there's a flickering of a campfire, and this is the only other entrance that you can see. But you can't
Okay.
peek round. If you want to peek round, I'll ask for stealth checks from you. But like, it's up to you at this moment in time. You can see the entrance to this cave, and you can see like a fire flickering through there.
Oh, real
Instead of-
quick.
Go
I
ahead, go
guess
ahead.
if anyone were to mind, I'd say that Tovar should like try and scout ahead. Then
Ransom also has pretty good stealth, so.
Yeah, I was
Can
gonna
I
say
ask
we could either
about the
send you
trap?
guys.
Tovar does, but Tovar has the best vision of the group. So
Real
might-
quick, Nico, you said you wanted to ask about the trap because that's
So is this the
before
dam
things
right here
move.
that if it bursted, it would flood this entire area?
Yeah, you can see that basically there's like along here, and then like around here that they have like built up these dams. So what would like there's a much higher level of water. There's that height. So they would be able to knock down this part over here, which would have caused like a massive amount of water, which would more than likely like take all of this part along here would have been watered down as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not a very good swimmer.
Cool. So you've got Tovar and Ransom that are looking to want to sneak ahead. Do you both want to do it, or do you want to take it into like you can both roll stealth checks now to make sure that you don't fail, and then both have a little creep around and look.
That works for me.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that. Okay, 15 and 20. Give me a second. Let me... I need to roll... Okay, yeah. So you both sneak in. You both have a little look around, and I'd say you'd probably get to around about this area here, just hiding around the gap. And in there, you see a large open cave, full of clearly stolen goods. Like, this is where the good stuff goes. You can see crates full of food, fine wines. You can see that there look like some like piles of coinage, some, potions. There's like expensive jewelry. There's a lot of stuff like strewn around here. right in the center, like looking through some things, is a giant, like a huge bugbear. He is tall for, I mean, he's still like a bugbear, so he's still like not the tallest thing because it's still like a goblin-ish type thing, but like he's still really big and he is ripped. Like, imagine the strongest person you've seen. This guy beats them. Like, his abs have abs. He is like like no neck looking through, and you can see right next to him is a giant, like mangy, sort of dark wolf that looks nasty. They both have their back to you at this moment in time, and you can see he's muttering to himself, but you can't quite hear what's going on.
Oh, fun. What's our game plan, everybody?
Well, so
Speaking
far
very
only
quietly.
Ransom and Tovar see them, right? Because the rest of us don't know what's going on
Oh,
yet.
that's right. Yeah.
That's right. So neither of
My bad.
you. So yeah, you can decide. Like, you can try and sneak in for more if you
Oh,
want,
no.
or you can go back and relay what you've seen to the
I'm gonna go with Ransom. At least is satisfied with this amount of information and is gonna go back to Cecil and report the findings.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wonderful
same.
news.
Okay, so you
Same
go
here.
back, you relay everything to the group, you explain where they are. What's the plan?
So we've got the big guy and some wolf. So, so how do you think we deal with them?
A big guy? How big?
Pretty big, pretty strong looking, covered in hair. The wolf. I have to assume it's the boss.
Big guy, huh? Dibs. You guys,
Oh,
any of you spellcasters got any buff spells in case we need to go in hot?
yeah, Cecil will sigh very gently at your proclamation of just complete confidence and give you a tap on the shoulder and cast guidance on you. You use that wisely, okay? Don't waste my guidance, please.
I'll
If
do
you
my
die, I
best.
consider that a waste.
That's a good
And
point.
then I think I can
Can
cast
can I
cantrips
move
pretty
up
much
somewhere
willingly,
closer to the
right?
group, like right here, or like should I just move up here?
Yeah, guidance is touch, so you'd be right next to
Yeah.
Cecil there, and that
Okay.
gives you a D4 in. Is it just skill checks or is it?
Yeah, it's just a skill check.
I think, yeah, it's an ability check.
Cool.
That all I've got though.
Okay. So, and yeah, you can cast guidance whenever you want. It's a cantrip, so no stress.
So I'll cast guidance on Ransom then as well. I'll just walk over a little bit. Give
So
him give him a tap.
did you guys
There we
see
go.
any other enemies? Any way we could get advantage and drop in on them?
It looks like it's straight. He looks like he's straight across the room from what we were able to see.
I'm sure our ranged attackers could get a pretty good surprise in. Maybe they go first and then we charge in after?
Is that the plan?
What
I
do
have
you guys
no
think?
idea. What does everybody think about that plan?
Makes no sense.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Ransom, what do you think?
Ransom is just kind of like hanging out in Cecil's like hood. Ransom's not a big
That's
fighter.
right.
Doesn't want to form plans. Go with the flow kind of guy.
So valid. Then I
Alright.
will if I'm grouping up with Ransom then hold on.
I
So
think.
we're saying that Ransom's in my hood, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have
Okay.
what, two main range attackers? You've got Ransom and Auric, who for people
Mhm.
watching is not here at the moment, but I would say that Auric would also be open to like sneaking up and firing off an early shot if needs be.
Yeah, I'll stay back with Ransom then, so that way Ransom can still get that opportunity to attack from a distance, because I have a couple distance spells myself. And then I guess that would leave Is Tovar a ranged fighter or a melee one?
Tovar is a
Would assume
warlock.
range.
Yeah.
Yeah, range, right?
I've got range.
Okay. Maybe we just unleash hell real fast and then let Nico and Sildar go in.
Going
Yeah.
hot. That sounds good to me. Can I talk to Sildar and see if he wants to stay ranged or go up close with me?
Yeah. He doesn't have any other weapons on him, so he looks. He like taps his sword, and he's like, "I'm ready to run in if you are."
Oh, what about the crossbow we disarmed from the goblin?
I can say you could have picked that up if you want. Sildar
Yeah,
isn't
I
particularly
remember that
proficient in it.
Cecil did pick up a weapon from Yimik, and I think I gave it to Sildar. I don't remember what it was though. I don't remember if it was a crossbow.
You gave him there was like a sword or something, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Like a
crossbow,
scimitar, I
like
think.
Sildar wouldn't have taken the crossbow. He's not super proficient with anything like that. But someone else could for sure have taken that if they wanted to.
I don't think I have proficiency with those, so I'm good.
Right then. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna have like an onslaught of attacks early, and then have the two beefy boys run in. That's the plan.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Nico, would you be able to give me a stealth check, as you are the only one that has not so far?
You're not gonna like this. I have disadvantage.
I know.
Oh,
Actually, I
no.
will, with how sneaky everyone is, I will give you advantage on this, which means it's just a flat roll.
Okay. So
Am I rolling stealth again?
I rolled a nat 20.
20! No, you've already rolled stealth, so
Okay.
that's totally fine.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So Nico and Sildar, they sneak up like just here to the entrance, completely silently. Two big guys in like chinkly plate armor sort of thing, just stealthy as anything, ready to run in. Clark is still rooting around his thing. What I will ask is first for everybody to roll initiative.
Woo.
Sure thing.
Exciting.
Oh my god, I got a normal roll for once. I'm so happy.
Okay. Oh boy. We have got a lot of
Is
stuff
that who I think it
here.
is?
Our friend!
Hi.
Our friend!
Hey, guess who's back?
Hello, Auric.
Oric, we
Sorry.
fucked shit up.
You guys fuck shit up.
We're gonna fuck shit up.
You're just in time for the
Woo.
combat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just in time.
Oh, great.
Cool. Let me roll initiative. For Auric. That's an 8, but it didn't roll.
Ooh,
for
you
him.
give him a bad roll.
I'm on. I
Well,
can roll real fast if you want me
Please
to.
do, yeah. If you can roll, if you're in, go ahead and roll initiative for us.
While we're rolling initiative, can I silently whisper to Sildar, "Hey Sildar, this is just like old times. Wanna
14.
make a bet to see who can take out the bugbear first?"
You're on. I've got 10 gold, then it'll be me.
Alright, 10 gold it is. That
uh,
bugbear's mine.
Like one
Uh-huh.
silver piece on Sildar.
I don't know why you're not popping up, Auric, but you rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So to give you a rundown on the plan, all of the ranged people are planning to just let off a surprise, like a sneak attack at Clog, the giant bugbear, and his giant wolf. And then they plan for Nico and Sildar to run in and try and finish them off.
All right.
With that, what we'll do is we will, for all ranged people, and considering you will go first as well, that works incredibly well. I will give you advantage on all of your attacks in this first round because you're going to be doing that by from sneaking. So Tova, you're first. What are you gonna do?
All right. Well, if it's fine by you, I'd want to first get ahead of Nico right here.
You can move
Right.
wherever you want to move now, so that's fine.
All right. Now. All right. Gonna cast Bane on both the wolf and Clark here.
They
They both
are
got my
not
charisma
particularly
DC.
charismatic, so this might be going quite well for you. Give me a second. Okay, what's the DC? Sorry.
DC 14.
Okay, so the wolf fails. The Clark though gets a 14 exactly, so he
Ooh.
passes.
All right. Well then, for pretty much the fight for like the next minute, the wolf now has a D4 loss to every attack roll. So.
Oh, holy shit! Do you roll that every time, or do you roll a d4 and then that's just the flat minus?
It's every time.
Every time. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Whenever a target that fails this saving throw throws it with an attack roll or saving throw for its spell ends, the target must roll D4. Yep.
Oh boy. Okie dokie. Cool. That you've still got a bonus action left if you have anything that you wanted to do.
No, I'm good.
No? Okie dokie. Cool. That's moving on to Nico. I'll let you hold until Ransom and Auric finish so that they fire, and then you
Yeah, I
can
was
run
gonna
in and
ask.
still get a surprise. So that's totally fine.
Sure, I'll do that then.
Cool. Ransom.
Ransom is going to fire his short bow at Clark.
Okay, go ahead and roll an
And-
advantage. Yeah, I think a 22 hits.
Okay.
Maybe.
Damage.
Oof. Okay, so that is okie dokie. You fire this short bow just from the darkness, silently thwacks into the back of Clark's back. You can hear him be like, "Ah, hurt there!" And then as he's turning around, we'll move to Auric.
Okay. I can see the wool. Okay, I can't see it. Oric is just going to pull an arrow from his quiver and just sort of whisper, uh, "Breeze guide my hand," and he's gonna cast Zephyr Strike as a bonus action.
Holy,
Which-
okay, cool.
I don't know why it rolled dice. I don't know why it rolled damage. That's weird. It gives me advantage, and if it hits, the next attack will deal an extra 1d of damage.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna mark him as my favorite foe, because I can.
Okay.
26
Ooh.
to hit.
Yeah,
I dare say
that
that
is for
hits.
sure gonna hit. So roll your damage, and you get what? That's plus an extra 2d4 because he's your chosen, and you get that extra strike. Is that right?
Yeah. So it's 2d8. And then 1d4.
Okay.
Let me see if I get this right.
Our melee fighters won't need to go in.
You're just gonna kill my boss?
Yeah.
15 damage.
15.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Clog is looking fucked up. So he you see like 2 bolts come right into his back. He like screams, turns around and sees all of you here, is completely shocked. It's like, "What are you doing in my place?" And then starts to draw a giant Morning Star weapon, but he is surprised, so we're going to skip his turn. And then with that, now that he's turned back, we'll move to Nico. So Nico, you can run in just before we hit Cecil.
All right, I'm gonna take a running start. I'm gonna yell out "surprise attack," and I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Okay.
So Move right here.
20 hits. That does hit.
All right. And I hit him for 5.
Okay. Cool. So you slash him up. It cuts not a deep cut, but like a long cut up his front, and he starts seeing blood seeping out there. Cecil.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do. Prone means that ranged attacks have disadvantage, but melee has advantage, right? When you go to make your attack roll.
That's right, yeah. So if they're prone, it's harder for you to hit by range, but you get advantage if it's by melee.
Oh, well, there's choices to make here. Oh God. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Earth Tremor, and I'm
Okay.
gonna center it on Nico, but I am also going to use a sorcery point to cast it as a careful spell. So Nico will automatically succeed on the saving throw, but they need to
Okay.
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so you want Clark and his thing.
Yeah.
Rolling dexterity saving throws. Okie dokie. And what's the DC?
The wolf loses a D4. Remember.
The DC is going to be Dex 13.
13. Okay. They both fail for sure.
Oh, thank
Um,
God. Okay.
So what
Oh, my
happens?
damage. So they take 1 damage from
Okay.
the 1d6 that I did.
Okay.
They're knocked on the ground and they are prone. The ground around that area is going to become difficult terrain.
Okay.
And if you wanted to clear that up, then it would take 1 minute to clear by hand.
And
What's
they
the
are not
area?
prone.
What's the area effect?
Yeah.
It's 10 feet. So it's going to be affecting like here, like this entire kind of like box that we have going on.
There you go.
Like it should be a little.
That's,
So in other words, good
is
thing
it 10
Nico
feet in
already
each
got in that
direction?
area.
Pardon?
Is it 10 feet in each direction?
Gonna be honest, not too sure.
Okay, we'll
just
say
says the range
yes
area.
if you're centering it from Nico. So this square is all difficult terrain.
Okay.
Okay.
Which just means half movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Cool. Now it's the wolf's turn. The wolf does not get surprised. He could smell you and is fast enough to turn around. He looks around, sees everyone attacking his master, and then takes a swing at Nico. He like
Question.
lunges to jump up, and
Does prone not affect that?
so he would get up out of his prone.
Okay.
Prone takes half of his movement to get up because he's right next
Mhm.
to Nico. He can still go to bite him. And does a 16 hit.
It just hits. Yeah.
Just hits. Okay,
Wait,
cool.
you did take out the D4, right?
Oh no! Roll a d4 for me. Wait, what's your armor class, Nico?
16.
It's 16. All right, so yeah, he misses no matter what. Cool.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you see he like jumps at you, and it looks like he's about to go until you see some sort of dark magic like glowing between the two of you, and it sort of like makes it twitch just enough that it misses, glances off your armor, and then lands back and growling menacingly at you. And from there,
If
we're
you
gonna
look back in that moment, Tovar is giving a thumbs up.
go. From
Got
there,
you.
we'll go back to Tovar.
Well, now actually going on to the offensive, Tovar is going to Eldritch Blast Krog.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack. Holy, that's a 25 attack. Yeah, I think that that definitely hits. That's 10 damage. Clog is like messed up in the process of what is basically like 5-10 seconds. He has just been attacked from all directions, and he is looking like bloodied up. You still have a bonus action and movement if you want to use it.
No, Tower's good where he is.
Cool. Nico, that's back to you.
My turn.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, did Sildar go?
I forgot his role, but he's 14, so he's gonna go after Auric.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just attack Clark. Yeah, I'm gonna say, sorry, Sildar, he's mine. Does a 14 hit?
It does not. So you
That's embarrassing.
swing. He brings up his shield just to glance off it as it hits into it, and you get stuck in just as you pull it out. And he laughs at you, and he's like, "Is that all you can do, weakling?"
Well, I gotta answer. I gotta answer to that then. I gotta action surge then.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. You action search.
Yeah.
I mean, is Clark still prone?
Oh shit, he is still prone. So actually
Oh,
you
I
get
forgot about that. Yeah.
advantage on that. So roll again.
Okay. That was a 22 that time.
Scrap what happened, you hit him. So
Woo.
he brings up his shield, and as you go down, you do a cheeky little feint. He thinks you're going down, you go up, and you, as he's lying on the floor, you stab straight through his shoulder.
Ooh,
Roll
good
damage.
call. All right.
You're welcome.
Another 5.
That's 5
Oh.
damage. You can still use your action surge if you want. It's your shout.
He didn't taunt me this time, so I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, cool. Ransom, this is you.
Ransom's gonna do the same thing. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do I get pack tactics? I do, right?
You
Yeah.
get pack tactics only when
Yeah,
I'm next
Nico's
to it.
next to it, so you would get sneak attack. I don't know if you would get advantage though. Give me 1 second.
But it would also be disadvantage because he's prone, so I think they cancel each other out.
Well,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it would
that's
be
true.
disadvantage if
The wolf would be a
Ransold
focus
went for
thing.
Clark. The wolf is not prone anymore.
yeah. So if you shoot the wolf, you'll have sneak attack. If you shoot Clark, you won't.
But
Have
what about pack tactics? Because isn't
Pack tactics, you have an advantage on a roll against a creature if at least one of your allies is within 5 and isn't incapacitated. So yes, you would get pack tactics, which means that for Clog, you get disadvantage right now when you're firing at him because he's on the floor. So plus advantage, that would lead you to a flat roll. For the wolf, you would get flat advantage on that, but you would get sneak attack for both of those because Nico is within 5 foot of them anyway.
Hey, I will go for the wolf then.
For the wolf. Okay, roll advantage. 15 hits.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage with sneak attack.
Ooh.
Okay, this wolf is looking right fucked up. Like you fire from the darkness again and you hit him right in like its chest. It like whelps and moves back and tries to find and then like spots you in the distance and starts snarling.
I made it angry. No.
Auric,
Oh no.
your turn.
Clark is still laying on the floor, so he's just gonna knock another arrow, and I'm going to wait for him to stand up, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. All right, so you're going to hold
Roll
an action
my-
until he stands
gonna
up.
hold my action until he stands up. Yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect. That is Sildar. Sildar is going to run over to Nico and say, "Looks like you've got him, lad. I'll take the wolf." And we'll swing at the wolf. I've just realized that I don't have his sheet up, which is always good to do, isn't it? Here we go. He is going to swing and hit. So with that, he is going to like bring out his sword, look down at it, and swing down as hard as he can. That is going to be 7 damage. He kills this wolf. So he like looks down at it, brings his hand down as much as he can, and completely decapitates that wolf, and it is gone. At
We're
that
cleaning it up.
point, Clog, it's Clog's go. He looks at Sildar, who's just killed his wolf. He screams with rage. What have you done to Ripper? And you can see like fiery energy starting to go across his body as he like builds with this rage. He screams, and Nico and Sildar, I'm going to need you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Has he gotten up yet?
He is about to get up, so Auric will then fire him. With that scream, you both with an 8 and Sildar got an 11. That is a fail. So you feel what can only be described as like flaming hatred. You are knocked back. Both of you fall back 10 feet and are knocked prone. And you are going to take 1d6 of damage. So you are going to take 3 damage as well. With that, Clog stands up, but you can see he looks different. His eyes are black. He looks healthier. But he does stand up. So, Auric, it's on you to fire at him if you want.
This is not cash money.
That was not cash money at all. How dare he get up? How dare he get healthier?
Why don't you get back down, sir?
A 19 is still going to hit him, though. Holy shit, 12. Okay. He stands up. You fire into him, and you see as your arrow hits him, it burns. Like, it burns up, and this black ichor starts falling out of him. He screams like it didn't hurt, but you can see like he's weaker on that side. He stares right at Sildar, holds his Morning Star out and goes, "You will pay," and jumps right in front of him and makes an attack. And crits.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Bye, Sildar.
Oh,
He-
sorry, Sildar.
He brings this Morning Star up and smashes Sildar in the bottom of his face. That is going to be 4d8. Holy crap. Hang on. That's 20 damage.
Push you down.
He is not down, but he is
Oh.
really bad. I'll let you know he's on 4 HP. So like he cracks him. You can see blood ripping out. You can see it's cut from here, right open from there. His jaw looks like it's been broken. And Clog stands over him and just screams, ready to attack again. But Cecil, that is your go.
Can I make it to Sildar with my 30
Can
feet of movement?
you make it to Sildar? That's a very good
Please put me
question.
down first. I don't want to go over there.
I will put you down first.
Yeah, he's 25 feet away from you, so you can make that.
I quickly take Ransom off my shoulder, put him down, give him a little pat, and then I'll go make my way down to Sildar.
You'll want to go here, otherwise you're in attack
Oh,
range with Clog there.
yeah, you're right. I don't want to be in attack range. Thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on him. Everybody else better be fucking careful. This is my last spell slot. And before I do that, I'm gonna like lean over to him. And I'm gonna be like, "This is the second time today. Can you please chill the fuck out?" And did it roll? Did I do the thing? He gets healed for 7 points.
7 health. He looks at you and is like, and you can see with as your magic seeps through it, like reattaches his jaw. And he's like, "Maybe it is a good point. Maybe we should chill a little bit. Thanks a lot." But he's still like looking pretty screwed up.
And do I have more movement still?
You have 5 movement that you can do.
So
I
probably can't get much further away. It's fine. I'll stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'll stay here.
Tova, your
Oh
turn.
god.
Tova?
Oh, Tova, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
cool.
kind of considering something.
Okay.
Hmm. So right now, yeah, I'm just gonna go with another Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
Holy shit. What is your... You get +6?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, you hit. 24 for sure. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Tova?
Ooh. Hello,
Yeah.
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
The
cool.
damage is just not loading in for some reason.
Oh, that's weird. You can roll just on the left where you can see a dice button. You can just roll manually from there. Oh,
There we go.
There it is.
5.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Okay. And you still have bonus action movement if you want to use that.
Dover is going to use his movement to just kind of back up a bit.
That's a good call.
Run away.
Cool. With that, now we're at 20 initiative. Before Nico goes, Clark is going to use a lair
Oh,
action,
no, no,
which
no.
Oh,
is
no.
once
No.
again him yelling. He has
Oh,
had
God.
enough, and he just looks at the people around him and goes, "Leave!" And Nico, Sildar, and Cecil, I'm gonna need
It-
dexterity saving throws from
Oh
you.
boy.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Should've
I
brought
don't
it
think
up.
that's it.
DC 15. So again, you are all knocked back 10 feet.
You know what? I'll take that.
Cecil, you're gonna hit the wall here.
Ooh, ouch.
Sildar's gonna hit the wall as well, which means you are all also gonna take an extra D4 of damage. So that is... Oh, I'm sorry. That's gonna be 10 damage.
Yikes. Oh,
How much
that's
do I
not
take?
good. That's not good.
All 3 of you take 10 damage.
Okay.
That's I rolled a 6 and a 4 on a D6 and a D4. So, Nico, that is you.
All right. So I'm a little bit shocked by how much strength this bugbear has. After seeing Seldar hit the wall, is he down yet?
Sildar has oh no, crap. Yeah, no, Sildar is down.
Okay.
Hit.
Oh wait, no, you
Alright,
healed him. You
Man,
healed him, didn't you?
I healed him for 7
Sorry.
points.
Then yeah, he has
So
2
he's
health.
at he's at, oh
Okay,
god.
perfect. I yell, Sildar! And then I run up to the bugbear. So this is 5, 15, 25, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to hit him then.
Okay. 21 hits. He's looking fucked up. You could kill him here.
Get his ass.
Another 5.
5 damage. He is on death's door. You slice him. He barely lifts his shield and then it glances off and hits his other shoulder. You see like black blood coming through. As you cut him open, you see flames come out of him. They miss you just, and as you pull out, you can feel your sword is warmer than it was before. Like inside, he's some infernal energy.
Alright. Alright, I think I'm gonna use my action surge. I think it's time to finish this.
Okay,
Ooh.
go ahead.
Alright.
Cecil's cheering from the ground. Get his ass.
An 18 just hits.
Oof,
Go ahead
okay.
and roll. You need to get a 2
Don't get
or
a one.
higher to finish him out here.
Yeah.
10. That's max. Wait, is that max damage? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Close enough.
You bring up your sword. You stab him once, bring it up. He's too weak. He's glanced one, he's too weak to glance. You bring up and slice directly across his throat. And as you do, you feel this dark energy coming from his throat. He falls to his knees and screams, "No, please, I have so much more to do. Don't take me!" And as you see him scream, fire shoots up in a circle around him. You jump back just to not get caught, and he is engulfed in black flames. And as you see, the floor almost opens up, and he falls in and is gone. There is
vibe.
just a burn mark left from the floor, and you have defeated Clark.
I'm breathing heavily, and I turn towards Sildar. You owe me 10 gold.
Cecil's just like on the ground, like, we did it.
What
Yeah.
the hell was that?
Ransom's gonna pop around from like out from behind someone, probably Oric, and be like, "Didn't we need information, broski?"
Yeah.
I think we did.
Oh.
What
So,
What just happened?
Trevor just kind of walks on over towards the burn mark.
yeah, so there's you have a little look around. There are a few things that you can do here. You obviously have the burn mark that you can see. You've also got a load of bits and bobs. You can see where he was looking. He was like rustling through a like a box from anything from there. You that was a loud fight. There was some big explosions. The floor was shaking. If there was anyone in the local vicinity, they would potentially have been alerted. But you do have some time to have a little look around here if you wanted. What I will do is I will give each of you 2 rolls before you're going to have to leave. So you can choose what you want to be doing. You got 2 things that you can do before you're going to have to get out of this place.
Okay.
Yeah, so in that case,
Um,
Cecil for sure is going to try and look for information about the castle, maps, papers, letters, anything like that in like the pile he was looking for or at.
Okay.
Ransom will help Cecil look.
Okay. Cool. So for that, if the 2 of you can both roll investigation, and Cecil, I'll give you advantage on that. But Ransom, you can also roll.
Okay. Investigation.
God, I'm rolling so bad.
How did
16 or
Man.
12? 16 is good enough. So you're looking
Okay.
through. You see a few pieces of interest here. You can see some paper which has like some writing scrawled on it. Do either of you speak Goblin?
Oh gosh, good question.
No.
Okay, that's fine. You
Mm-mm.
can see some writing on there, and right at the bottom, you can see a scribble of a name that says Groll on it, with a symbol of a spider next to it as well. You also see a crudely drawn map which looks like somewhere of the local area, but you'd need to sort of study a little bit more to have a little look at. And you also see a old looking parchment that is made out of a material that you don't know that has a bloody handprint on it.
I
Pretty.
can't spell. Oh gosh, hold on. I'm writing in my notes.
Cool. Where else do other people want to look?
At a glance, before I actually roll anything, at a glance, there's no sign that there's like a pattern or anything to the burn mark. It was just a scorch, right?
I will say that you can see that was obviously no normal fire. while the burn mark itself isn't interesting, there is some ash and residue left over. Tovar, I would say if you wanted to find out more, you can either roll investigation or arcana, if you wanted to, or religion. One of those three would give you some insight into this burn mark and what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna try Arcana then.
Okay.
Well,
14. Okay. So you reach down, you know, put your fingers in this ash that's left over, have a bit of a feel, and you channel some of that arcane energy, and because you can tell there is something wrong, just inherently wrong about all of this. You know, Clark was a bugbear. That's not a really impressive thing, but he was really like that was way stronger than anyone should be. As you feel the energies of this, you get a flash. Like your eyes go dark and you get taken to a massive cavern of fire. You can see tortured souls, you know, wandering around at the base of this cavern, and you see a huge dark figure in the background, and then you snap straight out of it. But you would know that that is infernal. That is hell that you have just seen. And this fire and this ash is somewhat related to the nine hells.
God, what the? Okay. So I think he went to hell. Um,
Oh, that's
What? Hey, Tova,
okay.
I think you should lay off Cecil's mushrooms, man. I don't think they're good for you.
Hell.
No, I believe Tovar, but wow, hell? Really? We just like witnessed
Bad
a portal of
vibes.
hell open?
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Those are not exceptional vibes.
No, the
Or-
worst vibes.
Or he's just pulling out a torch and looking for anything shiny.
I want to look for shiny things too.
Okay, cool.
Anything that's like glinting or.
I want to assist Ransom in looking for shiny things. Like
Okay.
I want to give Ransom.
is there like
advantage
any
for
way
that.
for Tovar to collect a sample of this ash?
For sure, 100%. You're a man of science and magic. Like you'll have vials or something. I can say that you can scoop up some of that vials and store that for sure.
Right.
Good call.
For Auric and Ransom, you can either roll perception or investigation. And Ransom, you can roll that with advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna use perception.
Mine are exactly the same, so it doesn't matter.
Oh no!
No!
Oh no! I'm so sorry, Ransom. We didn't get you any shiny things.
An 11 and an 18. Ransom, with an 11, you have a look around, and you can see that there is some, what looks like some stuff stolen from people. You can see some old leather armor, and you can see a little bit of gold. You pick up like a pack of gold, and you can see that there's like 15 gold in there that you can take. Auric, with that really high perception, you have a little root around some of the boxes, and you can see these were stolen from. They look like a transfer was happening between like two trading posts, and there is a ton of stuff in here. You open like what looks like the most embroidered like treasure box type thing. You get there is 600 copper, 100 silver, 10 gold, and a platinum piece in there. You
Ooh.
Mans is
also
rich now.
you also see 3 potions of healing, and 2 little statues carved out of jade, one of a frog and one of a wolf. And you can see that
Froggy
these would
statue.
also cost, a pretty penny as well. And then in there, you also see a wrapped weapon. It's covered in finely embroidered like silk cover, so you can't fully touch it yet. But you can look it open. You can tell that it's a weapon, but it's on you if you want to open that or have a look.
Yeah. He's just gonna continue unwrapping it. He has no idea.
Do you touch the weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a threat.
You
Oh
do?
God.
I
That
mean,
sounds like a threat.
on a scale from 1 to 10 of how shiny it is.
It's real shiny. Like you,
Okay, yes,
so
then
you pull it open and you see it is a jewel encrusted mace. You can see that it is a like finely made. It looks like it was formed with magic, and it has what looks like jewels or glass like embedded into it to give it strength, and its edges are razor sharp as well. So you can see that, and you can pick it up if you want.
yes, it is very shiny. Auric
Doesn't look
likes
very practical.
shiny things.
Okay,
Yes, he's just gonna pick it up.
cool. So, can you give me a charisma saving throw, please?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no. We're gonna lose Oric already.
Oh
First,
no!
quick,
Oh,
Use your
oh,
guidance.
no.
first curse of the campaign.
Use your guidance.
It was on
Oric doesn't
17.
have guidance.
That's
It was
also
on
Oh,
not
17
no.
gonna
and I
help.
watched it
That,
roll
that
over.
was a DC 12.
Oh.
Okay, this is a
Oh, no.
nice. This is a nice mace. Like it
Oh.
is gorgeous, and you love this mace. For all intents and purposes, this is a +1 mace that you can add, and it also adds a additional D4 of slicing or like of whatever that word, whatever the cutting damage, whatever
Slashing?
longswords do, slashing. That's the one.
Flashing.
Damage as well to it, but this is your mace. Like you absolutely
God.
love this, and you immediately, with a 4, start being a little paranoid that others will have it, and you would put that in your case straight away.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
But no noticeable difference that you would see right now.
Oric's turning into Thorin.
Oric's gonna marry that mace.
Cool. With that, we have Nico. You still haven't done anything, and Oric and Tovar. You also have one more thing that you can do.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help Sildar up on his feet. He seems a little beat up, and I'm gonna
He's fucked up.
I'm gonna try to support him with my one arm on his left side, so I can sort of like carry him, be his little crutch.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to look around the room and see if I can switch out my medium armor for some heavy armor. So if they have any
Oh,
armor or anything, any gear.
okay. Give me a investigation check with advantage, because I'll say Sildar will help you out. Have a look there as well.
Okay. 16.
Okay. What are you currently wearing?
Scale mail, which is medium armor with with an AC of 14.
Okay. So with that, you'll see what does you can see that there is a box that looks like one second. Yeah, you can see there's a box that looks like an armorer's chest. As you open that up, you can see in there is a lot of different kind of bits and bobs of armors. You can see that this is probably stuff that the goblins have like stolen and put on. You can see that there is a breastplate in there, which is medium armor, as well as some chainmail, which is heavy armor.
Ooh. Can I take the chainmail then?
You for sure can take that chainmail if you'd like.
Sure, I will add that into my inventory then.
Okay.
And my other thing I would like to do is, did I see Auric pick up the mace?
Auric, how sneaky were you when you put the mace? Bearing in mind you like it, can you roll a sleight of hand check for me?
Sure. Not very sneaky. 8.
Oh,
Tristan, Nico, sorry, can you roll a perception
I
check?
think his
Sure
passive
thing.
perception, I think, is higher.
Oh yeah, it might be. Yeah, you
It's
saw the mace.
Okay.
It's a good looking
Whoa.
mace. Like it's really, really nice. Like you can tell it's finely crafted, and with your knowledge of weapons as well, you can tell that it's magically made, and that the gems that are in there like make it more solid and dangerous, and definitely like damage more with that sort of slashing damage that you can see.
It's a little flashy, but looks like it'll get the job done. And I walk over to him. Mind if I take a look? And I hold out my hand.
Uh, look at what?
Uh,
I have a jade statue of a wolf.
no,
He's
no,
gonna-
uh, never mind. Just forget about it. I just sort of walk back, with just rubbing my head, confused a little bit.
Okay. Tovar and Auric, you have one more thing left.
Hmm.
Ooh,
You don't
easy
have to do
16.
anything if you don't want to. Sure, shout.
Yeah, just trying to think something. Does Oric have anything?
Not really. He found what he wanted. Uh,
successful
Uh,
haul for Auric.
yeah.
So I guess I can go over to where Cecil is and try and like search if there's anything else left to find over here.
Sure. Roll investigation for me.
Nice.
Cool. So you don't find anything of particular interest. There's bits and bobs, like a lot of more stolen gear. You can see there's some like fine wines that you think maybe could get a good price somewhere if you would take them. There's some loose coinage, probably about 5 golds worth of loose coinage that you can take. And then there's a couple of like regular weapons. You can see there's an assortment of stolen weapons. Nothing special, but if you are looking for a weapon, you know, like a dagger or sword or bow or something like that, there's pretty much one of everything there in and about. So if you did want a weapon, let me know and you would have found one there, but just nothing special, no magical or anything like that.
I guess Tovar can just take the wine then.
Okay. And 5 gold as well, plus.
Right.
Grab any
Tovar.
papers
Hmm?
before we leave.
What was that, sorry?
Hey Tovar, tell me if you find a great sword. I've been having an idea. I want to practice that weapon out in my free time. If you see any lying around.
It looks like there are plenty of weapons in here. I'm sure there's one in this crate here.
For sure.
Oh, perfect. Now we're talking. And I guess I'll just take a greatsword with me then, if that's okay.
Okay, cool. So Auric, last one.
He's just gonna come up to Cecil and Ransom. You said they were finding papers and stuff?
Yeah, you
Or
can help look. You can see that there is a chest pretty much full of papers. So they've got this crude map, this letter, as well as this like weird looking parchment with the bloody
Yeah,
hand
and
on.
I'm probably just like holding this out in front of us, being like tilting it around, being like, what the fuck is this?
gonna
Lame,
Yeah.
pull
not
it over
shiny
his shoulder.
things.
Lame, not shiny very
Yeah, but
much, but interesting as hell.
There's also a chest full of like there's more papers there if you wanted to have a look.
Yeah, he's just gonna peruse through them, see if anything stands out.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
While he's doing that, can I request to grab a dagger?
I keep
Yeah,
rolling
you
so
can
low.
you can go over and have a little look.
Okay.
With a 6, you see there's like some papers there. Mostly they're like trading agreements and stuff. Like you can tell this was taken from a like a lot of this they've just been like taking convoys, so there's like boring things from there. You do see a deed to an inn for like far up in the north, and like you can for sure take that if you ever happen to go to this like tiny town up north. You technically own an inn, but like that's really the only thing of note that you can find.
I'll take the
We're
deed.
making power moves.
Yeah.
Landowners now.
Woo!
And with that, you feel a sense of urgency coming. You want to get the hell out of there, so you are all going to start making your way out. Sildar leads the way. As you leave, you get back to the cart and be on your way. Through about a day and a night's travel, you're stop off and camp, listen. Sildar tells you some stories, some war stories. You nurse your wounds. You come across finally a small looking, essentially like a farming city or town. You see some children playing in the streets until like a dirty looking gang in red cloaks walks past them into a dingy tavern. They immediately shut up and run away. As the viewers look in, we see a barkeep in one of the local inns, washing blood from his knuckles, while nursing a black eye in the mirror. All the while, as we go down to the darkness beneath the town, and we see a single glowing eye, and all of our adventurers hear in their brains a laughing whisper saying, "Welcome to Phandelver." And with that, we're going to take a short break. We'll break
I
for about
hate that.
10 minutes. We have found the town of Phandelver safely. When we come back, we will join our adventurers coming into the town and take it from there. So, see everybody in about 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back. I've also just realized that I haven't been playing any music for all of you. I haven't been playing any like lovely background music, which
Oh,
seems
yeah, we're just so immersed we didn't even notice.
Yeah,
Just
we are
sitting
just,
in-
we provide all the music you need.
Yeah. So
Oh,
here's
combat music.
here's a little bit of quiet. Yeah, suddenly the chase happens. Like, oh shit.
Now we find the boss.
Cool. So yeah, we come back. You can see Phandelver out in the distance, and you're making your way there. Sildar will be leading, like riding, because he knows the area a little bit. But before we get there, there's a couple of things that are going to be happening. So first things first, during that journey, Cecil, you had a conversation with Auric about the deals that you had, and Auric, you happen to read Goblin as well as you're proficient in cartography as well. Is that right?
Yes.
Hot damn. Okay. So, what do you want to look at first? I would say, or
Map,
Cecil, what
probably.
would you? Did you give him all
Or-
3 pieces of paper, or just the 2?
think
Or
I would have kept the paper with the handprint to myself and Ransom. But hand over the map and what else did we get?
the note, the letter.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Give him the other 2 things.
Okay.
The letter and the map.
During that transfer, if you haven't already, you would have looked at this a handprint thing. You can tell that's not paper. Can the both of you roll a perception check for me?
That's not
Me
gonna go
and
well.
Ransom? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, perception, please.
Yeah,
Please.
that's a nat
How
20.
did
Yeah, this is
I
straight up
feel
human skin.
blessed?
Um,
Oh.
You have experienced and seen something like this in your past, but this is skin that has been treated, and you know that is pretty much mostly used for pacts and deals. So you can infer that this handprint, it's big enough that it could have been Clark, but it could be someone else. They made some sort of deal or some sort of pact, and that is the contract of it.
bad vibes.
Quick question before we move on about that.
Yeah.
Would I be able to make a check to know more about how pacts and contracts work? Like, is this now, theoretically, if Cecil put his hand on that handprint, would it now form a new pact? Like, would I be able to know that?
Roll intelligence for me, just a flat intelligence. Or
I will do
Arcana
that.
if you have anything in that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I'll roll intelligence. Okay.
If possible, would Tovar be able to add on to this sort of mindset if anything's being shared?
If you were given it, you would for sure be able to have a look and do a bit more research. I think you would definitely have more experience with pacts, being a warlock. For you, Cecil, with that, you have heard of them. You have heard of something that gives you great power when you either sell your soul or a part of you, or you give something to somebody. Although you can deduce that you couldn't reuse this. Like, this looks like it was a sign on the dotted line type thing. You wouldn't be able to create a pact with like an inanimate object. You would need to find the person or thing that provided this pact and then sign with that. So if you put your hand on it, you wouldn't get much.
Hey, that brings comfort, because now I know that if I do a stupid thing, then it's not going to be stupid after all. Great.
And Ransom, assuming Cecil has been sharing all of this with Ransom, in a
Everything.
strange
We are
moment
a
of
duo.
wisdom, can Ransom like poke Cecil in the side and be like, I wonder, broski, if that was the pact that Clark made with whatever the fuck made him go up in flames in a totally rad light show.
Oh, I think you're very right. I would dare say that if he made a pact with something evil, that would explain why he went directly to hell. Like, that makes sense. And it definitely seems evil. I don't really know how common it is to use human skin for paper, but like, seems a little much.
Bad vibes.
Bad
Bad
vibes. Bad vibes.
Tovar, if you want, you can roll Arcana, and you can see if you can get any additional insight out of that as well.
Yeah, I'll say that Cecil and Ransom, we can't really hide what we're doing on like a cart, so
No.
you could definitely be looking over our shoulder. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah, till we're just kind of peeking over and just just looking over, just trying to get a read of the situation, overhearing their conversation.
So you can see, and with your knowledge of your experience and any research that you would have done, this is most typical for fiends and those of hell, of a contract that they sign. Normally they use the skin of tortured souls, and then if you
Creepy.
bleed on this and you sign that, you have signed your soul away to hell once you pass on from the mortal plane.
Okay, so the situation is that he did give up his soul. It's just that he gets to keep it as long as he's alive.
Yeah.
Ah. Do you express that
So,
out loud?
Yes.
Well, first of all, Cecil startles. Oh, hello. Didn't know you were over my shoulder, good sir.
I've been right next to you this whole time.
No, I don't think so, but I'll take yes, sure. That's horrible.
Eh.
Oh,
have I been
just
listening in?
Have you?
I
You
probably.
can for sure listen to anything. You're in a cart, like,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're purposely not listening, you'll probably hear most things.
Okay, I perk up at the sound of a contract and becoming more powerful. So, you're saying this pack makes you more powerful, huh? Any
Yes,
idea
but
what
it
kind of
also
powers
sends
it
you to
gives?
hell.
That
It
aside,
does.
what kind of powers does it give you? As I lean in closer, trying to figure out what's going on.
I roll up the paper very quickly then, and even though I know it won't do anything if he touches it, I put it away in some pouch hidden somewhere. Doesn't have a lot of pouches to hide, but Nico, I do dare say there are other ways to become more powerful. It seems like selling your soul to a Satan of sort doesn't seem like the most efficient way to get that power for you. Instead, you could train harder. I don't know. That would be helpful for you. You have your mentor right there up at the front.
Yeah, training can only get you so far. You'd be surprised what desperate people do.
I think I would, yes, you're right.
So with that, we can move on, and we can see Auric in the other side of this, studying the map and the paper that he was given to him. Auric, what would you be looking at first?
Probably the map.
The map. Cool.
Yeah.
So you're an
Studying
expert.
the topography of it and seeing what's where and figuring out where things may have traveled back and forth.
For sure. So you can see, using your I'll tell you what, I will actually let's move over to the map that Gundren showed you all. And you can actually see this for yourself. So this map shows, it's a trading convoy map. So you can decipher and see there's a lot of routes where it talks about going from Neverwinter down the high road. You can see multiple areas of, the route around Phandelver. You can see in the area what looks like the ruins of a small town around about here. And then in this area, you can see that there is an old castle-like building. There's no name for it, so you can see that it's not like something where people currently live or trade. But you can see in this area around there are markings or points that would look as if like this was an ancient castle that was used, hundreds of years ago. From there, we're currently in Phandelver here, so you can see that to get to that area would probably be about 2 to 3 days journey.
All right. Does the castle have a name or any other markings, or just
No. You will not have seen any specifically. It's old, right? So it's really like it's more ruins than an like somewhere where a king or a queen or any royalty would have lived
okay?
right now.
Um, he'll just sort of make note of that and then move on to uh the other piece of paper that they have.
Sure. So
They-
you open that up, and you read Goblin, so you can see that it is a letter to Clark from King Groll. And it says, Clark, we have the dwarf. Thank you for finally doing your job, and you will be rewarded. The spider will be coming in a few days to pick him up, and we will finally have the funds to restore Cragmore Castle to its rightful glory. And I want you here. Get ready to pack up, clear off the rest of those goblins, and make sure you kill that Yemik. He's useless. Meet me at the castle in 5 days, and we can celebrate together. And then you see King Groll underneath, and what looks like a stamp or a marking of a black, dark spider as well.
Spider.
a dark spider. Does that ring any bells? No. I have no training in history or arcana or religion. It's a spider. That's weird.
It's a mark. You would see. It looks like a seal. It looks like a seal of someone that has
Yeah.
stamped down. You would know that these are relatively common in communication between anonymous people. You know, like you would have done this before if you were sending, like if your father was out on excursions and you were sending letters between each other or something. You know, maybe he would stamp it instead of signing his name just in case things get caught and stuff like that.
Okay. Oric will grab his backpack and run over to Cecil and Ransom and just start talking in Goblin to them and like pointing at the paper. Um,
You
Ulrich?
just stare at him like blah 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 blah.
Oh.
Blah.
Ulrich?
ha-
Ulrich, I hate to break it to you. We can't speak Goblin. That is, in fact, why we gave it to you.
oh, sorry, a little distracted. We should probably get everybody over. Nico,
Yeah, I'm listening.
Bovar. Um,
Mhm.
oh, what? Oh, Cragmaw Castle. That's where King Grawl has. I'm guessing Gundren. It says the dwarf. Uh, they're
Sounds like
telling him
Gundren.
to somebody known as the Spider, and to be there in 5 days. Is there a date on the note, or no?
There's not, no.
So in 5 days from, I don't know when. Could be tomorrow. Could be 4 days
As
from now.
far as we could tell, he wasn't at that case, so it has to have already passed.
Yeah, and it does say to kill Yimik, and Yimik was still alive, so I'm guessing that he probably got the paper that day.
Yeah, you can infer, especially with your map knowledge and getting that map as well, like where the hideout was, like where the cave was
Mhm.
about a day's journey to the castle. So, you could infer that this would be anywhere between, like, you would maybe have anywhere between 4 and 2 days left.
And then he'll also pull out the map and show everybody the general location of where this ruinous castle should be.
Ulrich, that is amazing. I'm honestly really glad that we have you here. Again, paper, icky. No, thank you. Not for me.
Oh,
But like, that's amazing. How we should set off pretty soon then if we only have potentially at minimum 2 days left.
yeah. Let's be quick.
Yes,
That's not to
we should be
follow a
quick
trail.
in Phandelin. Yes, we should be
Phandelver.
quick in Phandelin.
Cool. With that, we make our way into Phandelver now. The last thing that we'll touch on just before we get in there is for Cecil and Ransom. You have two halves of a very odd item that you've been trying to study for months now. Half of this intricate looking orb with one half metal, one half wood, that fit together perfectly but never stay together. And in the evening of you studying, as you do, pretty often, you play with it and put it together. During the night, you see a beam of moonlight hitting it just at the right angle, and it is stuck. It is almost welded together. You see a silvery light connects around where it would be, and it is now one smooth orb.
Is it metal or wood?
It is
Is it
still half and half connected, and you can see it looks as if the
Wild.
metal grows into the wood and the wood grows into the metal. Like there is nothing put in from there. As you touch it, you feel a warmth that emanates through you, like into your very being. And when you sleep, you both have the best dreams ever. Now,
Oh,
this orb will not grant you anything as of yet, but if you continue to study this, now you can study it every long rest, and it would only be a DC 15 intelligence check, or, if you were to take it to a mage, a magician, or something like that, you could find out a little bit more about what it does and see if this can help you along your journey.
Okay, and I will say that we do actually try to be sneaky with that one. So, like, I know that we took camp one night, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming that we weren't all in a cart at that point.
Not when you were asleep.
So if yeah, so we would have done it like then when we had the least chance of being spotted.
Okay, cool. So we make our way into the town of Phandelver. Sildar at the entrance thanks you for bringing him here and supporting. And he says, "I actually have some business to attend to myself. I was here protecting Gundren on the way, but I'm looking for my friend Iano. I'm going to head to the townmaster's office." And he points to this large, official-looking building to speak to the local townmaster to see if he's seen my colleague or anything. You all look tired, and we should rest a little bit before we decide, where you want to go next or how we're going to find Gundren. The Stonehall Inn is a wonderful place, and I know the barkeep there, Bart. He's a wonderful person. If you go in and say you sent from me, I'm sure he can rustle up some rooms for you. Then come and see me at the townmaster's office when you're ready, and I can talk a little bit more, and we can do a plan of attack.
Sounds
sounds
good
like
to
a
me.
plan.
Cool. Well, he wanders off, goes into this building. You're now in the center of town. I mean, it's not big. You can see, you can see the inn, the Stonehall Inn that you see from there. You see the townmaster's office. You also see a bit further in the distance what looks like a shrine or church with a graveyard leading back into it. There's also the odd, there's some shops here. There's some, meat butchers. There's a like an all-round thing. And then further off in the distance, there's also, just a couple of other things, a grotty-looking inn as well, like a tavern type thing. Where do you guys want to go?
About what time
Do
of
you
day
want
is
us to all stay together, or can we sort of like say what we want to do?
You can do whatever you want. You can split up. You can stay together. Who knows? It's your shout. The only thing I will want to know if you are splitting up is who is holding on to the box.
I guess I've
Oh.
had it the whole time, but does anyone else want to hold on to it? Take a look at it. Does anyone want to open it?
No.
No.
No, the box
Ransom
stays
does not
closed
want the
the whole
box.
campaign.
Okay, cool.
You guys sure? I mean,
Um,
I don't
Alright.
have a new urge to open the box, do I?
No.
Just an
You
honest
don't
question.
have a new urge. You don't have any
No.
sort of magical urge to open the box. No.
No. Out of
Alright.
curiosity, I think the only thing that I would be really interested in doing is potentially getting like healing potions from town, but I don't know if
Oh,
that would happen here.
I have 3.
Oh. Do you let Cecil know this
Yes.
information?
Yes. I
Oh
say
my
this as
god.
you. I'm assuming you're saying this out loud.
Yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I have
That makes
3. I
sense.
found them.
Orc, you are like 3 for 3 in my reputation module that I have. I'm taking down notes, by the way, as to how much I trust all of you. You are just right below Ransom, which
Cecil
Oh,
will
sweet.
look
Where am
at
I?
that later.
Huh? Pardon?
Oh, sweet. Where am I? I say as I pipe up.
You don't want to know.
Your position on that list would be greatly affected once you know the information.
Yes. You see, even by asking where you are on that list, you have gone down 5 points.
I see how it
Greedy
is.
knowledge.
There's a point scale.
There's a
Alright.
point scale.
Yeah, I don't need these potions, so if you want to hold on to them, you can. I
I
also
Well, if
have
absolutely
anything,
will.
if
these
anything,
jade statues that I don't think are magic.
By the way, that frog
Probably sell
statue,
those.
very good.
It's pretty.
Ransom, if Ransom sees these statues, his eyes, his little cobalt eyes, huge. He wants them.
Do
most
do
likely
you
place that I would want to go to is the church for Tovar.
do you want these ransom?
Yes.
Do you want the frog or do you want the wolf?
Frog, please. My dude.
What's your trade for it?
My dude.
Anything to trade?
Hmm. Let me look. Hang on. 1 second. Hmm.
No, I'm kidding. Here, and he
Man.
the frog.
You're amazing. Totally tubular.
Oh my god. Cool.
You're never
So
escaping.
you trade those around. You give out the the health potions. Tovar, you said you wanted to visit the church or the shrine. You can see that this is a shrine of like undead, almost like this is the place or the of the dead. Sorry, not of undead. So this is where like people would go to get some care, some health. There's where like there's a nurse there, but it's also where they put their dead and everything like that.
Mm.
So you for sure can go there. Where do other people want to visit?
I want to get my sword fixed up, sharpened it for this next adventure or this next journey. And I also want to buy some supplies too, like healing potions, food, whatever other kind of potions there are available.
Okay. Well, your normal supplies, like food and rations and maybe like bits and bobs can be bought at the inn. If you're wanting to buy health potions, that would be at the church. That is the shrine. Like that's the sort of place where you'd get like health potions and maybe some minor magical items. There's also a blacksmith as well that you could drop off your sword, do it a once over to make sure that it's not going to break or anything. But or buy any more equipment if you wanted to buy equipment.
But no, smart thing I should probably go and ask. Is there any like signs that indicate like what this church is for, like what god it's for?
You can see. Actually, can you roll a religion check for me? Cool. So you would know that these sorts of shrines, it's not dedicated to one specific god. This is a small town. This is more of a holy place that people can go to be looked after, but they don't worship. There's no like, it's not large enough to have a church of any major faith. But that would be about it.
Okay.
So we've got Tovar definitely wanting to go to the church. Where are other people looking at wanting to go?
I'll be honest, Cecil doesn't have a particular desire to go Anyway, probably. This is like a farm town, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like realistically, you've got like someone should check into the inn so you can drop off some stuff and stuff like that. Um, the town master place is a good place to go because that's where Sildar's gone. And then really like the only other place of interest, you've got a really dingy tavern, or you've got the shrine. Like those are the unique places, I would say. Um, unless there's any busy work that you want to do when it comes to shopping and stuff like that.
Cecil's not too fond of being indoors or in man-made environments that much, so I think he would rather like go frolic in the fields for a little bit before going to the inn.
Okay.
Auric will go
Just go
straight
have
to
fun.
the inn then. Just check in.
Okay.
Alright. Should we each pitch in for our share of the room?
Yeah.
Yes.
You would know the average room cost in a town like this would not be a lot. It would be like a silver piece per night.
Mm.
I don't know how to split up currency.
I mean, you'd be able to stay here. Sildar said that if you said that you were from him, that the inn owner might give you a free room or discount anyway.
Okay, we'll worry about that later then.
Let me
All
check
right.
in and I got it covered. It's fine.
Alright, sweet. Yeah, so I guess I'll head out. I'll go drop off my stuff at the blacksmith, and maybe I'll run into Tovar at the church while I buy some stuff.
Okay, cool. So we've got 3 main scenes to run here. We've got the inn, we've got, I'll say, Nico, there's nothing really like you drop your thing off at the blacksmith, so you would both meet at the shrine. And then Ransom and Cecil, you're out on the streets. Is that correct?
Yeah, probably like more close to like the outskirts where like fields or farm work is happening.
Okay.
Connect myself to nature.
Sounds
And then
good.
you would go to the inn, right? So you might
Yeah.
run into Auric, possibly.
Maybe.
Okay. Before we all head off and we start walking, I would like all of you to roll a perception check.
Oh, fun.
Okay, is Ransom at, because it's daytime, is this a perception check that he's at disadvantage for because of
It is
sunlight?
daytime and
Okay.
you're in the sun.
Ah, I don't
Does
think I
that
did
change
that
at all
right.
if he's in my
Hang
hood
on.
and I cover him a little bit?
It's so
No,
hard.
because anything
Okay.
I'm...
He's trying to look at things in the light as well.
True.
There we go. The second one's right.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, my dog is going crazy. Do you want to come in? Okay. Cool.
Yes, invite the dog.
Okay, so Auric, you are the only one that spot this, but as you walk towards the inn, you get a feeling like you're being watched. And you glance around and you see, only for an instant, a hooded figure of a woman, all in dark with incredibly dark skin, like fully covered up, staring at you from one of the rooftops. As you look around, though, she sees you looking and disappears. And doesn't just leave, like, disappears. She vanishes.
Are we all still together right now or no?
Probably not. No, this would have just been you as you were walking into the inn.
Okay. All right. That was weird.
And yeah, we'll let me roll a d. I'm gonna roll a d4, and we'll say with a 1, we'll go to the inn first. With a 2, we'll go to the shrine, and with a 3, we will look outside. And then if it's a 4, I'll just roll it again. It's a 3. So,
Oh God.
you
So
go-
soon.
you go on your separate ways, and we first zoom in and we see Ransom and Cecil that are going out into the fields. Now, there are a few things you can see here. There's like a couple of farmers that are working the fields that are sort of just like plowing, doing farmer stuff. You can see a couple of kids running around and playing in the street as well. And as you walk past, these kids stop and stare at you. You both are not the typical person that will come in. They historically know kobolds as not being nice, and they have never seen anything like you at all, Cecil. So you see these two kids like staring at you as you walk past.
I give them
Um,
a cheery wave.
but yeah, what do
I
you
will
want
I
to do?
say
see ya.
that since it's daytime, that Ransom is like as curled up in
Yeah.
Cecil's hood and like hidden as he
Cool.
can be.
Okay. So yeah, what do you want to do? Do you want to just chill? Do you want to speak to anyone? You can go over and chat with some people, or what do you think?
I think Cecil. You said there were farmers,
There's a couple of farmers
just
and
like
there's
doing some
some
work.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go up to like one of the posts surrounding like a field, just so I don't step on any of the crops, and I'll call over to someone working. I'll be like, "Excuse me, what do you grow here?"
Ooh, hello there. How are you doing
Hello.
today?
I'm quite splendid.
Oh,
How are you?
I'm living my best life. I'm farming my turnip farm that me and my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents have all farmed. We've been here for generations, just living the good life, breathing that fresh air. Isn't it a wonderful day?
I completely agree. Nature is truly one of life's many blessings. I can't believe you've been here for that long. Generations. That must be nice.
Aye, there's
So
no
these were the
reason to
town.
leave. Honestly, this town has got everything. It's been a little rough over the recent few months, what with the red brands coming in, but they leave me alone as long as I supply everyone with food.
The red brands.
Aye, nasty lot. Used to be here for our militia until their new boss came along. I don't see much of him, but now you'll spot him around dirty black clothes with this big red cloak on the side, and they walk around like they own the place. They do help protect us, or so they say, but really all I end up doing is sending them more food than they can eat.
That sounds horrible. That sounds like food waste, and I cannot get behind that one. Are they particularly violent? You know, they say they protect you, but you seem to harbor a little bit of a grudge.
You see, he looks down, um, and doesn't really say much. I wouldn't say that. Maybe they're fine. Honestly,
Insight check.
go ahead and
I'm
roll
an
insight.
insight check that man. Fuck.
You believe him.
Man.
You believe him. He looks quiet, but like nothing out of the ordinary to you.
Well, I hope your turnip harvest is bountiful, and I hope that it goes to a good place.
Thank you very much, and I hope that should you ever settle down and grow, any plants or anything like that, that you too
Grow
would pick
roots.
turnips because turnips really are just nature's turnip. They're very nice, they're very healthy, and you can eat them raw, cooked, boiled, whatever you want.
Could I have one? How much would you want for one? Like a silver?
If
So
it's for
couple
you,
piece?
you can have a turnip, and you can see that he has a big bag full of
Oh
them,
my
just in
goodness.
case, and pulls one out and gives it to you.
I appreciate this so very much. Honestly, I I've never had a turnip, but I can't wait to have one.
Well, you settle down, you enjoy it, and I guarantee it'll be the best darn thing you've ever had.
I completely do not doubt it. Have a wonderful day, sir.
You too.
And I'll walk off.
Cool. With
That was
that,
wholesome.
oh, sorry.
I just thought that was really wholesome.
Oh, it was. With that,
That's my brand.
we are now going to go to the inn. So, Auric, you open the door to the inn, and you see across the um, the room there is, it's an inn. You've been to a million before, and you'll go to a million after. You can see there is tables around what looks like a tavern based on the bottom front. There is a couple of people sitting, chatting, having a drink. You can see a old looking dog sitting in a corner that is, you know, breathing a little heavily, but it's this beautiful old gray, kind of looks like a Labrador sort of dog type thing. Uh, and you can see there's a little kid sitting there next to it, feeding it some food from her hand. And then at the bar, you can see a large man with, dark brown skin. You can see he has a bit of a black eye and a split lip, but he's there cleaning the bar, and you can tell that this is the owner of the building.
Okay. Ordic is just going to go scurry up to wherever he is and be like, excuse me.
Howdy
Hi.
there, friend. How you doing this fine day?
I'm doing all right. How are you? You got a black eye there.
You should have seen the other guy. I'm doing well as you possibly can with these bloody red brands walking around like they own the place, but what can I do but complain and make sure that I protect those that are close to me? What can I
Uh,
do you for, friend?
just looking for a couple rooms. Sildar, older gentleman, recommended us staying here. Said he knew you?
Sildar's in town? Wow. What a blast from the past. Do you know where he's staying?
No, he went to the town master's building.
Oh,
He's looking for somebody.
oh, he's going to speak to Harbin. Good luck with him. The absolute. Well, a friend of Sildar is a friend of mine, and I for sure cannot make you pay whilst you stay here with, my good friend recommending my fine establishment. How many rooms are you looking for? Is it just you traveling, sir?
No, got. Oh no. Uh, how many how many people can stay in a room? How many people should stay in a room? We can all fit in one room, right?
I
Yeah.
mean, we sell a variety of different rooms. He has a little look for his book, and he says, "I mean, I'm running a respectable business here, but I can probably afford to swing you 2 rooms for a few nights if you'd like to stay. Would that be
Yeah,
enough for your party?"
I think that'll be fine. Yeah.
Great,
Yeah,
sweet,
2 rooms. Uh,
100%. He hands you the keys and he says, "Can I get you anything else? Could you want a drink or anything like that?"
oh, what do you have to drink?
I got
It's
all the
been
finest ales in the local area. We also have some house-made vodka, and my one of my friends over there makes a mean whiskey, which we got some as well.
my friends my compatriots are out and about. Yeah, a couple drinks won't hurt. A couple beers, and he'll sit down and pay up whatever he has for. I don't know. We'll just keep going.
Yeah, he pulls a couple of beers for you, and he sits down, and he looks at you, and he goes, "You look like one of those adventurous sorts. Are you here for any reason, sir?"
Uh, yeah, actually, um, we're here looking for a friend who's gone missing. Another dwarf, older gentleman, goes by Gundren. I think he sometimes does business out of here.
Rock Seeker? Oh
Mhm.
man, that man is nothing but trouble. Goddamn treasure hunters. Him and his brothers as well. The 3 of them just running around like they found some old mine around here. They keep running back and forth for skills. I know his 2 brothers was here about 3 weeks ago, but I hadn't seen Gundren for a while. You say he's been captured?
Oh yeah, by King Grawl. I don't know if
King
I should be telling
Grawl?
all of you this.
I don't know of any kings in this area for years and years. Are you sure you got that right, son?
Yep. And he pulls out the paper with the goblin on it. The
I
goblin
mean,
writing.
that looks like pure gibberish to me, but I'm gonna take your word for it. I ain't heard of no King Grawl, but I tell you what, if you're in the lookings for making some coin and making me a grateful man, I do have a job for you if you'd like.
Go ahead. Always interested in more work.
He looks around, and he leans in a little closer and he says, "This town has gone to the dogs. Since the Red Brands showed up, since their leader took ownership of our militia, they have been nothing but violent and malicious to every honest to good God person in this town. If you spot any of them, avoid them. Just cross the street, go somewhere else. You see anyone with these bright red cloaks, they have been constantly abusing me. They've been roughing down anyone that owns a business, taking their share for protection. And recently, that's how I got this black eye. They took our sheriff. My good friend Clint has been missing for 3 whole days. And when I went into their shithole of a tavern, the Sleeping Giant down the road, they beat the ever loving crap out of me and told me not to come back. Now, I'm just a simple man, but I could really use some help. If you could find where Clint went and let me know, I'd be incredibly grateful. And if you could somehow get rid of those red brands, well, I know a mighty few folk that could rustle up quite the reward to thank you for your good deeds.
I'll keep that in mind. What was your name?
My name's
Sorry.
Bart. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Bart. You can call me Ordic. It's nice to meet you, Bart.
Nice to meet you as well, Arik. It's good to be having some adventurers back in Phandelver. We haven't had many people come through for a while.
Hey, DM, was the lady on the roof wearing a red cloak?
No.
No?
Nope. It
Okay.
was a dark, like really dark purple, almost black.
Okay.
You
Well,
would have seen when you were entering, though. You would have seen some like groups, normally about 3 or 4 people walking, like with those red cloaks, walking around, laughing. And you've seen the tavern as you walked in. There's like this dingy, gross, dirty place.
Did I get enough a look to see like species or hair color or anything like that, or just a female-ish figure on the roof?
Of the person on the roof, no. You would have seen that she had very dark skin. Whether or not, what that is, no idea. She's humanoid for sure, slim. It's not incredibly like well built or packing from there, but you saw her for a split second.
Well, Bart, I'm just gonna drink until my compatriots get back. So
Okay.
keep them coming.
Thank you so much for your hospitality, for keeping me afloat. And he talks to you a little bit through there, and we fade away. And finally, we're going to go back to the shrine with Tovar and Nico. As you enter in, you see it's a stone building, one of the few stone buildings in the area. And it is on the inside very tasteful. You can see there's some shrines to a few minor gods that you can see people have left candles or offerings for. And then right at the back, you can see um, a woman dressed in like a white gown with a bit of a hood over, looks like a nurse or some form of um you know uh healer or something like that, and she is over a slab of a dead man that looks like they have um you know been through the wars a little bit. They're a little bit beat up. You can see that it looks like he was stabbed, and he has a big red cloak sort of like leaning off the side. So as you walk in, what do you do?
Is now a good time to come in?
Oh, bless you two. Hi there. Yeah, please. I'll be with you in a second. And you can see that she puts her hand on the dead person's head, and her eyes roll back, and you hear her going like as if she's trying to commune with this dead spirit. And then suddenly everything goes cold. And you can see ice starting to go up her hand. She starts shaking and instantly breaks it away. It's like, oh, well, that hasn't happened before. She looks a little shocked, looks up at you, realizes that you're still there, shakes her hand, and goes, "Oh, sorry about that. That seems like a completely different problem. What can I do you two fine gentlemen for?" She walks in front of the body and comes up to the two of you.
Right. Um. See, I was actually kind of hoping you could answer some questions I've been having.
For sure.
Um.
I'm the town healer. If you have any questions about healing, magic, I'm, well versed in a few things. I'd be more than happy to see if I could help.
mm,
Nico,
Well,
I'm
then I
sorry.
guess I can start off by asking what exactly was the process you were working on just now.
Oh, well, as part of my duties of caretaker of this shrine, I look after all of the dead, and I've been blessed with the ability to speak with those that have recently passed. I use it to normally just see if there was any foul play with their death, as this gentleman looks like he'd gotten into a fight, and I want to make sure that everything went down okay and to lay that spirit to rest. Um, Normally, it doesn't go like that. For some reason, I couldn't reach his soul. I was brought out somewhere completely different, and I felt, well, a bit of a different pain there. But normally, it's much easier than that.
So I guess you. But
Does weird
I
stuff
mean,
like this happen often?
That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I'll be honest. But I'm sure it'll be okay. My friend, Sildar, actually just came into town, and I know he's pretty knowledgeable in the local area. He's went to the townmaster's office to have a little look at the some forms and stuff. So I might ping his brain to see it. This feels like some change of energy has happened, but nothing that I'm not used to be honest.
Oh, at the mention of Seldar, I crack a friendly smile. Oh, you know Seldar? Well, guess who were the ones that brought him in?
No way! Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you did. I heard he went through a bit of the ringer. I only spotted him really, a few moments before he was rushing off. But he's a regular to the town, and honestly, you couldn't find a finer gentleman. So caring, so gentle. You're a lucky man to know him.
You wanted to ask him some questions, Tovar? Or her some questions?
right. So I assume you're not very well versed in something like afterlives or things like that.
I know more than the average about what lies after the mortal plane. I can see
Mm,
from you that maybe you also may know a little bit more. Um, what can I help you with? Ask away, and I will see if I can support or help at all.
Right. Okay. So the nine hells, right?
She takes
um.
a step back and is like, "Oh, well, we're not cutting to the chase at all. Um, what would you like to know about the hells?"
Is there any portion of that place that would specifically look like a large chasm-like area that has souls wandering through it?
She thinks a little bit. Um, and she a worried look goes through her head. That sounds like Well, that sounds like the deepest, darkest levels of hell. The world of Nessus, which is overseen by the king of hell, Asmodeus. He takes the most evil souls and tortures them for fun. That's where some of the greater demons and devils are made, and really, you must have done something incredibly wrong or spoken or signed the wrong contract to end up there. Why do you know such a place?
Well, good news is I'm not exactly trying to be affiliated with him. But I did. Well, he just told you that we rescued Silbar.
Was
And
Silvar in hell?
no, but the person who was holding him is definitely there now. Um, we practically saw him getting dragged there.
Oh my god. Well, I uh I don't know anything much about that area. You'd need someone much smarter than me or learned in that area. Our study of the nine hells is not full as best. Most people that go there don't come back, and most people that come back changed and darker. So our research really doesn't know much, but from speaking to some Celestials, we know the basic outline of it for sure.
Well, it's fair to say that you've helped me learn more than I did when I entered here.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Is there anything else I can do for the two of you?
Actually, there is. Uh, we were heading out soon, and we were hoping to stop by to grab some supplies. Any kind of healing potions, other anything else that would benefit us out in the wild. If you could spare some, we have the coinage. Would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of your average, potions. I'm quite the potion maker. I can make or have plenty of potions of healing. If you're looking for something a little bit stronger, like a greater healing or a certain resistance, I can whip that up, but it would take me a day.
Okay.
So to put
I
that
don't
in
know if we
perspective,
have.
if you want to buy a potion of healing, she's got that there. Anything higher than that, she can pretty much make any of the uncommon potions, which are like greater potions of healing, potions of like a bit more strength, or like mostly like resistance ones, like resistance to fire, resistance to cold, and stuff like that. But that will take a day.
Okay. I think I'll just try to get whatever is available now. How much is just a regular healing potion? How much does that heal up, and how much does it cost?
So I mean, traditionally the potions of healing are about 50 gold, but Sildar, I'm more than happy to help you with that half price and say 25 gold per potion.
25 gold per potion. Okay. Ooh, I look at my wallet. Starting to run a little bit empty. All right.
I'm
But if it
here
keeps
all
me alive,
day.
no price is too high. I am gonna spend all 50 gold that I have and buy 2 healing potions then.
She looks at your empty coin and says, "Look, you look like you can handle yourself. I would be open for a bit of a trade. You saw what just happened to me there, and I sensed a dark presence in a local woods. If you would do me the peace of mind to go and check it out, go and see if there's something amiss or happening there, I'd be more than happy to give you these potions for free."
I look at Tovar. Sounds fair. What do you think? Tovar?
So
I
far
think
is
he got
getting
up.
up for a quick second, is what
Yeah,
he
he's
said.
Oh, he
right
is.
now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll just try to get more information then. Dark presence in the woods. What kind?
I don't know. I only felt them
So,
touch my mind, but
yes,
I would guess that there is a.
I
It
just
felt
got back.
like, oh, cool. It felt like there was some sort of trapped soul stuck in that area. it felt like it just wanted some help, but I'm needed here and I can't go and help lay them to rest.
No one's been hurt, have they?
I mean, not that I know of. I don't know. We avoid that part of uh the forest anyway, as there's no good hunting there, and we got plenty of our own supplies over here, so we leave that bit as is. But I know there was an ancient witch that used to live there, hundreds of years ago, but we haven't heard anything from her for, well, for years.
All right. Sure thing. We'll take a look at it and we'll let you know what we find then. Specifically, which part of the woods was it again?
She opens up a map and points out, and it's like a little, it's like an hour's hike away from behind the town, and there's like an area of forest or woods over there.
Okay. All right, we'll check it out then. We'll try to give you some peace of mind.
Cool. Thank you. I cannot express how helpful that would be to both me and the town. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I
Well,
raise my
I
finger.
got the information I was looking for. Nico?
There was one last thing.
Sure.
You know about the Pantheon, correct?
I mean, I'm as learned as most when it comes to the gods. I can maybe try and help you, and if I don't know, I have plenty of research that I could do and be able to give you the information by the end. When I see you again.
Are there any gods associated with spiders?
With spiders, well, I mean, um, the only one that I could think of would be the dark god Lulf. Down in the Underdark, she's known as the Queen of Spiders. Many of the dark denizens underground, the Drow, the Draeger, they worship her, and treat her as their dark master. I don't know much about that society. I've tried to avoid going anywhere near there. I've heard plenty of terrible stories, but that is the only god that I can think of that's somewhat related to a spider.
She sounds like bad news.
If you
All
know
right.
any
Thank
Lulth
you.
worshippers, I would walk the other way. They are violent, evil people.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Thanks. Well, I better get back to caring for this. I need to prep the body, but let me know how your excursion goes to the forest, and hopefully I'll see you soon. She turns it back and walks away.
Sure.
So,
Can I do one? Can I
oh,
do one last thing as we're walking out, me and Tovar?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, which was it?
Excuse me?
Which deity did you sign a pact with?
Well,
Come on, man.
that's a
You're a warlock. I can
complicated
clearly tell.
answer.
Is it something we should worry about?
Only if it needs to be worried about.
You're a weird guy, Tovar. And I just end the conversation there.
Only you know. Anyway,
So you come out of the thing and you spot Cecil and Ransom just walking down the main road towards the inn. Where would you want to go next? So Auric is in the inn at the moment, having a drink. You can go back there. You've still got the Townmaster's Hall if you did want to follow up with Sildar. It is starting to become later in the afternoon, so you for sure could, go to the tavern and rest up. You do have enough time if you wanted to start making an excursion. Those woods are only an hour away. That's something you could go and visit if you wanted to. But yeah, there's a fair few things that you can do from here. I'll say that the four of you will meet up outside, and then it's your shout. What do you want to do?
As we walk up to them, I say, "Oh, hello, Tova. Hello, Nico. How was your excursion into the church?"
Woods is haunted. You guys want to go kill some ghosts?
Pardon? Woods
Yeah.
haunted? Kill ghost? That's what I heard.
Also, you should really make sure not to touch that scroll in a way that shouldn't be touched. It seems to be a pact with Asmodeus.
Ah, good to know. Well, I've kept it wrapped up. It's in a little scroll pouch, and I don't intend on using it in any way. So you don't have to worry about that too much, hopefully. About the woods, though, that seems fine and all, but we are on a semi-tight timeline. We do have
Right.
to at least get to that castle at some point within the next 2 days, and if it's gonna be about a day travel to get there, we have to keep that in mind.
That's fine. Yeah. I figured this is something that it's only it's pretty close by, and technically this is only for my benefit. I could honestly handle it myself, but if we want to reconvene first and figure out what we learned, that might
I
be the best game
I
plan.
think we should
Going
go
out into
back
the woods
then.
on your own sounds like a dangerous move.
Yeah, that's also not quite a vibe, I will say. Maybe don't do that one. We should just go talk with Auric first. He's the only one out of the loop at this point.
All right. So, what have you guys learned so far?
I got a turnip.
That's not information, but I'm very happy for you.
Also, the red brands are a thing, and the farmer man that I talked to, he said that they are somewhat protectors of this town. Um, they don't seem to be harming the citizens at all, from what he said to me. So, I mean, I guess they're just a bunch of ruckus makers.
Oh, and also we found out that the people that might be holding Gundren are probably from the Underdark. Likely.
Interesting.
At the very least, they seem to worship Loth. Sounds like a not very nice spider queen god. So yeah, just
It's
keep an eye out for
unfortunate. I
that.
do like spiders quite a bit, but I guess that's how it be sometimes. Can we say that we're making this conversation as we're walking towards the inn?
For sure.
Like,
Yeah, you
Auric?
enter the inn now. Then, you see Auric. Auric, can you roll a D8 for me?
Oh,
1 die 8. Straight middle.
Okay, Auric's 4 drinks deep. He's a dwarf. He can handle his ale, so he's okay. You walk in and you see him at the bar with just chatting with the bartender. And then you can also see again as you walk in, you see there's a little girl kind of sweeping the floors a little bit. You can see that maybe she works here or is like related to the barkeep. There's one other table that's occupied, and then there's this dog in the corner that like looks up at you as well as you enter.
wanted to give that dog a pat as I walk by. That's a good little dog.
You give it a little scratch. It whimpers a bit. It's like, "Ooh," but
Oh,
you can see it then rubs up against you and feels open. And you can tell this is an old dog, but it's super affectionate, and it lets you give it some nice chinny rubs.
oh, I forget all about my party then. I'm on my knees and I'm rubbing this dog's face. What a good boy you are. What a good boy. Oh, I wish I knew your name. You're such a good boy. It's
Hey,
my dog now.
be careful with Saint Sebastian back there. You see that the
He's an old
bartender
fella.
sees you. He's an old dog, and well, he don't breathe too good. You know,
Oh,
Sister Gorell said that he's got that asthma, so we gotta be careful that he don't go outside that much. But you give him some rubs. He loves company.
and I love him so very much. He is now my favorite thing to ever exist. I will
Well,
keep that
that
in
makes
mind
two
though.
of us.
For ransom.
You just hear an offended scoff from inside your hood.
Sorry, Ransom. Look
Oh,
at it. It's a good boy.
I
Is
got
there
us
enough?
2 rooms, by the way, so we're bunking up.
Ah, great. And then, is there enough room to sit down with Auric?
For sure.
Come have
Yeah,
a
that's a
drink.
bar. There's some. I'd say there's like 3 or 4 seats spare, so you can all sit down if you wanted to.
Pull one up
Yeah,
to
I'll
start.
sit down after a while.
All right, barkeep. Can I get 2, 3, 4 ales, please? And I am completely at the legal age to drink.
Well,
Insight check.
I don't see anything weird about you explaining that to me. So 4 drinks coming right up. A friend of Oryx is a friend of mine. You must be Nico, right?
That I be.
Well,
Sorry, I talked a bunch of crap about you all.
I've heard a little bit about you, but it's a pleasure to have you all here, especially a team of fine adventurers here. You could really do some good in this town.
Well, actually, we already are, or at least trying to. So, guys,
Yes.
dark woods, scary ghosts, potential payout. What do you guys think?
Gundren going to be sold to the spider priority.
I would agree with that one. We don't really know how long that force could take. We also don't know that we wouldn't be able to help after we get Gondrin.
Exactly. Gundren's our priority, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We could probably do it after, right?
It might, the situation might develop over time. It
Well,
could
I
potentially
don't.
get worse, but at the same time, Gundren is also definitely going to be sold off, and there's nothing that we can do about that until we go to do something about that.
Yeah. There's
I
also the red brands
don't
here
see
too.
any reason I would disagree with that. Look, guys, I'm a little bit light on cash right now. Basically, I promised the priestess at the church that if we would take care of her little issue, she would give me some healing potions in return.
You do know that Orc gave me 3, correct? I can give you some. I had them to use on you guys.
3 isn't gonna be enough where we're going. At least I think so.
How much gold do you need?
I'm pretty sure it was 25 a pop.
Because if I can, I'm thinking out loud. Hold on. 600 copper is 60
There's a
silver.
conversion if you click on the gold icon in
Oh yeah, there is.
D&D Beyond.
Okay, yeah. So
Topher would be overhearing this and just kind of wave over to the bartender.
Howdy, friend. What can I do for you?
Well, I was actually trying to see. Would you mind if I tried to sell something to you?
Oh, we have a fair some inventory here, and I'm not afraid of some bartering. What do you got?
Well, he pulls out the wine. I feel like this is something that can definitely be more than worth adding added to your inventory.
Where
Right?
did you get that? I was waiting for a shipment of this exact wine to come through maybe 2 weeks ago, but it's gone missing. And anyone that I write a letter to, no one's answering. This is some absolutely fantastic dwarven wine, and if you're offering, I'd be more than happy to take that off of your hands.
Well, well, well. That kind of comes down to how much you're offering for it, then, friend.
How many bottles do you have? There was probably a case of like 12 there. Um, you probably could have carried like a max of I'd say like 4 or 5.
Hmm. We have about like 4 of them.
Well, I'm pretty desperate for these because we're running out of wine and not everyone likes ale. I can take those off your hands and I'm more than willing to pay 5 gold pieces per bottle.
Hmm, okay. So, sounds like a good deal then.
Uh, counting through his bag, Ulrich is like, I have 50 gold pieces about equivalent, and that's it. That's all I have. Shuts it.
I've got about 15, so if I were to kick anything in, it would be light. Keep that in mind. Nico, I do genuinely want you to know I'm not opposed to going to this forest, but we can't spend too much time there. I think our initial plan was to be out of here by tomorrow, so that way we could go ahead and get there in time to stop whatever was going to happen to Gundren.
Yeah, you're right. No
I mean,
distractions.
if we can do it now, if it'll take only like a couple hours.
Bart overhears that, and he says, "Sorry to pry, but you're not talking about the forest just out of town, are you?"
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Ah, we call that Agatha's Forest. There used to be an old witch that used to live there, back in, wow, many generations ago, but we try to avoid that area. If you want to go look in there, it really would only take you, a few hours. You could go there and come back for sure in, before this evening's over and rest up and be on your way in the morning if that's what you wanted. I don't know what you're doing over there, but it's not a far walk.
What happened to Agatha?
I don't know. That's way before my time, but there might be some records in the town office. That goes back maybe 400 or 500 years. So potentially, in the archives, you could read something about her. But I know she used to help the town a little bit. She was one of those hedge witches that provided a little bit of protection and stuff like that. Nothing nefarious though. We're pretty lucky around here.
Yeah, real quick. Okay, so I've sold. So just to make sure, I've sold the wine for like 4 gold each.
You
5
say
gold each.
five
You
gold each, so that's 20 gold you get.
said? Okay, thank you.
Well, if it's only going to take us a few hours, then I don't see why not. Although, well, we just need to be conscious of time, make sure we can get a long rest in before next day's travel.
You
Should
please
we
sleep?
stop by the archives? I'm guessing that's with Town Master Harbin, yeah?
Yeah, the town master's there. I mean, you've got your rooms. Like, this is a small town. I reckon, he looks out the window, you probably got another 3, 4 hours worth of daylight, and definitely at least 7 hours, maybe 8 worth of, like, adventuring time. If you want to be back to leave, early morning.
All right, I'm sold.
Let's go.
All right. We can help the
Alright.
town and we get paid. Sounds good to me.
Well, and you get paid, but I'll honestly take that for you.
Hey, I thought you were the kind helping type. Think of this as helping the town, not helping me, but also helping you.
I don't think I ever recall considering myself as kind. Helpful? Always. Me? I'm very helpful. All the
If
time.
you really do have the time to do both, it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
too much of a problem.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine on time.
Okay. So you gonna head out?
Yeah, I think did we want to go to the archives first then or straight to the forest?
What would we be looking up? I'm not sure what we'd be looking up, to be honest. Maybe records of
Yeah,
the
I
witch.
thought Oric might have been interested in the records of Agatha.
Somebody
That's what I thought
asked.
we were doing. Okay.
Somebody asked if they knew anything. Bart said that there might be something. I don't know how important that is.
Yeah, true.
I say let's wing it.
Honestly, sure.
Uh Bart, if Sildar pops in, let him know that Nico is taking Nico's taking us to
To our death.
our death. So
Yes.
over with Agatha's forest.
For sure. I wish you the best of luck, and please don't die. I need your help with the red barons. Uh,
Uh
We
he
cannot
waves you.
guarantee anything.
He waves you on your way, and you.
Before we leave, can I just write down? Can I just give him a list of rations and supplies that we need for our journey, so like he can prepare, and then we'll grab it from before we leave tomorrow.
For sure. Yeah, he looks through all of that, and he's like, I've got most of that things. This will probably set you all across like I'd say 3 gold for everything, for the rations and things from there, and you can pay me when you leave tomorrow.
Perfect. All right, you're the best.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
So you all go outside, and before you can get anywhere, you see a group of men in cloaks standing in the clearing outside of the bar. One of them walks up to you and goes, "Well, well, well. If it ain't the new adventurers coming by." I just want to check, can you all see this?
Oh,
Yes.
go to that?
Yes.
Yes. Oh God.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Oh
seems
no.
a map. Oh.
If it ain't these adventurers, you haven't been paying the entrance fee. I'm more than happy to add a little bit, on top for your negligence and make you on your way. But that's going to be 15 gold each.
All right, jackass. We're low on time here. Either get out of the way or get lost.
He looks back to his group of friends and they all laugh at you. They're all muttering and they all open their things and you see they're armed to the teeth. Like they've got, weapons aplenty. And he goes, "By my count, we outnumber you a fair amount. Are you sure you want to be having a go at me and my lads at this time, my friend?"
Question: does he look like he's the leader of the group?
Yes.
Are they?
I can do something dumb if people are fine with that. We don't have a lot of options, but I can do something dumb.
Do they seem kind of aggressive?
Yeah, well, for sure. They are these look like thugs that are here to like
Shake us
shake
down.
you down.
Give us your lunch money type thing.
Oh, yeah.
Nico, can I shoot them
is-
with an arrow?
You what?
Can I shoot them with an arrow?
You want to shoot them?
I don't know.
I-
I'm looking towards Nico and asking.
I look up at the sky. I look down. I give a little sigh.
We don't
This has
have
definitely
15
got to put
gold.
us back on time.
Mm.
All
See,
right, asshole.
Cecil's like, "Hey guys, are we trying to get to a forest soon?"
If you can get past them, sure.
I have an idea.
You want to try it? All right, go ahead.
I'm not here for a fight. I'm just here to collect the money that I'm rightfully owned. This is a red brand town and you don't belong here. Give us our gold and we'll send you on our way. And they all snicker and laugh.
Sage whisper to Nico, "I could try and charm him. He seems like the leader." Yay or nay? Quick, yes, no.
Go ahead.
Okay, Cecil will saunter up to the leader, looking like he's going for his money pouch, and as he walks up to the leader, he says, "Listen, my friend, I'm so very sorry that we missed the toll booth when we went into town. But you see, we are actually heading out right now, so if I were to say, it wouldn't really make sense to charge us that much, and you know, you may outnumber us, but is it really worth fighting for you?" And I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and cast Charm Person.
You're going to cast Charm Person. Okay, cool.
Mm,
What does that
And with
involve?
the hay.
Charisma saving throw.
A
I
charisma
think
saving throw. What's the DC?
My bad, 13.
Sorry, wisdom or charisma?
Yeah, wisdom 13.
Wisdom.
Please.
Can I
Please.
hold an arrow in anticipation that if he's attacks Cecil, that I shoot an arrow at them?
If you want, he.
would that be suspicious?
It will
Well,
be
it's
very suspicious.
okay. I'm gonna wait then. I don't do anything.
Shit.
He
I
rolled a 13 exactly.
Oh,
Shit.
all right.
He
Right. If I have the
feels
opportunity
Yeah.
do something. I'm going to go up to like about here with Cecil. I'm discreetly plucking a mushroom off of her back. I'm gonna say, now, I know we don't have physical money, and he holds out the mushroom, but I can guarantee these are some rare herb. This is a rare thing right here.
I'm
I
gonna
can
back
promise
him up
you.
with that. Yeah. I'm gonna back him up with that. I'm gonna say these were in fact grown by a Sylvari. They are worth quite a lot of money.
Right.
Certainly
If you would
more
attempt to
expensive
charm
than-
someone and it fails, do they know they got tried to be
Oh
charmed?
shit, you're right. Oh
They
no.
do.
Oh
Fuck.
no.
So,
God.
Tovar reaches up, grabs this.
Oh no.
He reaches out to snatch that from you. Tovar, can you? Well, this is going to be an opposed strength test to see. So, can you just roll your raw strength for me?
Okay.
I have a question.
Yep.
Have I been spotted inside Cecil's hood?
Roll me a stealth check. Their passive perception is not high. It is not 21. They for sure have not seen you.
Okay, since I'm unseen, can I like pull a dagger out and be ready to attack, but like still very much hidden?
You can. So, here's what's going to happen. He rips this from your hand, Tovar, at the same time as he feels this magic like hit him, and his brain like goes blurry for a second, then he throws it away and he takes a bite from this, goes, I'll be having that and everything you own. Get 'em, lads. They tried to charm me. And I am going to need every single one of you to roll initiative, and that is where we will be ending our session for
no.
today.
Alright.
Oh, well, I got a 6, so that's really good for me.
Give me one
Anyways,
second,
y'all.
actually. Before you do that, hang on. Roll initiative right now. So one more time. So you
Okay.
might actually get another one. 6
Nope.
again.
Anyways, y'all, I'll see
One, let's go!
you.
And that
21.
one, baby.
Well, I am pretty far away, I guess, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you say he ate the mushroom now?
Yeah.
He did eat the mushroom. Give me 1 second and let me just add Ransom in here because they're not there. Ransom got a 16.
if you guys-
Before we fully end the session, I will let you know what happens with him and the mushroom. Let's find out together. So I am going to roll first a d6. Each one of these d6s is correlating to one of his ability scores. That
Oh.
is 2. So his dexterity immediately falls to 1.
Oh.
Oh, that's a -5.
Yeah, you see him. He's like a relatively well-built person, but you can see he slows down. Dexterity for me is like alertness and like ability. He just goes sluggish. It looks like he's been hit by a truck when it comes to exhaustion. But he's gonna roll another one and get
Oh.
6.
Wow.
His charisma
Ooh.
immediately goes up to 30.
Oh.
That's not too bad.
With this case, and this guy actually has proficiency in intimidation. Although he's super sluggish, he suddenly like looks terrifying. Like you do not want to mess with this guy whatsoever. You can see that he got a bit hurt by eating that mushroom, but like you start genuinely hallucinating and thinking that he's like bigger than he is. And everyone is going to roll with disadvantage when they try and attack him for the next minute.
Oof.
But
Sorry, y'all.
that is for the next session.
Awesome.
I also do.
We're about to get Congratulations. Come in next time when we get our ass kicked by a bunch of
Yeah.
bees.
This is so thank you very much everybody for joining us. We will be back in 2 more weeks, but yeah, we'll see, can our adventurers get out of this very wily situation? Will they save the day at the forest, and will they ever find Gundren? Who knows, but yeah, we'll find
At
out.
least we know what the mushroom does.
Exactly. We found out a few interesting things. But apart from that, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye
See ya.
bye.